What were you about to ask me?
What's the healthcare like the cost
Oh,
for
excellent.
insurance or
Excellent
like,
and very inexpensive. I'm always getting checkups. I take my high blood pressure pills next to pennies to get. And
you have
we're
insurance or
working on
no insurance? Insurance or no insurance?
insurance.
Oh,
Insurance.
okay.
They have Sura here, Sura's insurance, and it's for Andre and I. For both of us, it is 120 a month for, and I'm talking about the top insurance with the ambulance included and everything included, and plus it includes life insurance. This is the first time I've ever seen health insurance that includes life insurance in a bundle. So that it includes that for that 120 for two people, not each, just two people. And here's the cool part about it. That amount stays the same no matter how many kids we have. So we have 10 kids, it's still that 120.
Nice, nice. But you have to be you have to have a visa and all that stuff to get insurance out there, right?
Yeah. You either have to have your cellular, your ID, because they, or you have to have your pass. You can use your passport. Person can use their passport as well.
Okay, cool.
I just went through that process here for the they call it CPF. It's your identification number. In America, it would be your social security number.
Okay.
But without your CPF number, you can't do nothing here. Like really, you can't do nothing. Like bank account. If you sign up for a food app, well, Uber will work, but a food app, money transfer apps, they all ask for your CPF number. It was like a
Yeah, that's how it
5-day
is
process,
here.
but it was pretty easy.
If they don't ask for your social security number, they ask for your cellular number, because your cellular is your ID and social security card in one. So you don't have both like in the States. You just have one.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Good evening, y'all. You didn't miss anything. Just started up the live in the middle of a conversation. If you guys don't already know, special guest tonight, we got Dre all the way from Colombia checking in. Got Kelvin from Brazil checking in, and Jorge right across the street checking in for DR. And tonight is going to be a very, very special live. So drop a comment if you're with us. I roll my first one in. Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? First off, fellas, I know it's Wednesday, but is anybody sipping on anything tonight?
You know what? I was about to sip on something. I swear I was going to get something.
Well, let me go grab some right quick.
You know something? And after he grabs something, I'm about to go grab something, so we can all be in cahoots.
Damn, I feel like the odd man out. I'm over here with the
water.
water.
Nothing.
I'm over here with the water. Yeah, I'm about to grab some agua diente because Dre on tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my boy brought me some really nice Russian vodka from the States, and so I started. Me and Andre sat around and just, because one of the things that we do at home, we just sit around, listen to some salsa, reggaeton, some bachata, and we just listen and sipping our drinks and just having a good time. This is just our little couple times sometime, and so we still in the bottle was humongous, so we put a nice little dent in it, and so I'm like. And I was in the kitchen. I was like, you know what? I need to pour me something to drink real quick. Give me an ice cube. And okay, so I'm next in line. So let me go ahead and get mine. I'll be right back.
All right, you guys are joining up. We doing this Congo line of getting our drinks. We ain't have our drinks ready tonight, but we like, it's Wednesday. We all retired in paradise. We might as well drink for y'all, right? Javier in the building. Javier, good evening. Good evening. What's up? What's up?
Jorge.
You already know.
You remember Ladies Man? Cavassier, yes, that is the drink. What's going on, fellas?
Ain't nothing, same old, same old. I see you got the disco lights back there. You partying?
I just got a call from me. I got a new apartment, right?
Hey.
So the guy's telling me, "Oh, it's a problem. You got to have a residency and this and that." I'm like, "Look, I'm gonna need you to tell me in the next 10 minutes if I can get the apartment or not. I'll go find another one." He said, "No, Mr. Lewis, that's not the problem. If you're a resident here, you only have to pay 1 month deposit. If you're not a resident, you got to pay 2 months deposit." Now, you know what the monthly rent on the apartment is, right?
Nah, what is it?
$170 a month.
Man, if you don't get out of here.
Hey, look. So I had to step back and I was like, hold up. average Brazilian salary is about $250 to $300.
That's
So if you
Colombia
telling a
too.
Brazilian they got to pay an extra 850 real, they might snap on you. So I kind of understand why he was worried coming to me with this problem. I'm like, okay, extra $170 because I don't have my residency yet. Okay, no problem. He's like, are you sure? No, it's not a problem. We good. I'll see you in the morning.
Hey, you know, here in DR, you already know, Kel, they ask for 3 months deposit off.
Wow.
I would expect that. It's 3.
And then 1 you don't get back. You only get, like, when you leave, you get 2 months back because one of them stays with the realtor.
You get one? You get 2?
While we're talking about the Dominican Republic, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret.
Hold on, but we
always live off your last month's rent.
Kels, hold on.
Say, I'm not gonna pay rent.
Kels, hold on. About to start the show. Fellas, y'all got y'all drinks?
Yeah.
You got y'all drinks, all right. Tonight's episode of Chapapa TV featuring Colombia, Brazil.W is brought to you by Brugal 1888.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, I went to the doctor and, you know, they did the yearly blood test and basically on my liver report, it says stop hanging out with Russell. I need to stop hanging out with Russell because
that's a good one.
That guy drinks too much. Shout out to Taylor Made G's, but the report said stop hanging out with Russell. So
that's fucked up.
Man,
that's funny.
Y'all know how we do. We about to start the live like this. Right before we start off, you guys know who's in the building. Love Crossing Borders. We got Dre, we got Kels representing Brazil, we got Jorge across the street, DR, Chapapa TV, DR. And tonight's live is basically our monthly wrap-up, our cost of living wrap-up for the month of March. I almost said May. I thought we was in May. And I'll be losing track of the days, the months, the weeks.
Yeah.
So on. But before I get started, I know I've been ruffling a few feathers lately with the lives, dropping the truth bombs. But you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Like I said before, if you got a problem, if you don't like what I got to say, act like a quarterback and take a hike when I snap. Bye-bye. It's been a pleasure.
That's it.
So let's get to it. Salud, first of all, gentlemen. Thank you for appearing tonight. And let's get to it. Sorry, Kels, for cutting you off. What were you saying?
Oh, it's a I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Now you were saying about the last month's rent in DR.
I've been living in the DR 9 years, and the 9 years I've been living there, 99% of the time, I always have a problem getting my deposits back from. Sean, what the hell are you doing? Get your ass over there. We got a lot going on.
What in the world? My man is in his drawers. That's what you call a live stream. My man in his drawers.
It's too early to laugh. Too early to laugh.
No matter where we are, it don't matter.
Long story short, they never give you a deposit back, or it's always a problem or argument. So the month before you move out, say, hey, this month I'm leaving out of my deposit, and I don't want you to, I want you to take that out of my deposit. And that's it. That's the only way. Other than that, they're gonna find some way to. I can't even find it. They're gonna fuck you out of deposit in the Dominican Republic. I've never had a landlord give me my full deposit back.
Damn.
So if my last day is June or May 1st, I'm like, hey, I'm not paying rent this month, take it out my deposit. And that's the end of the conversation.
That's a good tip.
You go, hey, I've literally moved 1, 2, 3, 4. I've literally moved into 7 different apartments in the Dominican Republic. And out of the 7 apartments I moved to, one landlord had my deposit back to me. Like when I handed him the keys, he had the money right there. Just one guy. And he was a fucking European dude. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He wasn't a Dominican. but a Dominican has never given me my full deposit back.
And they charge you 3 months. That's crazy. I know they keep one supposedly.
One goes to the
usually
goes to the real estate broker, whoever searched the apartment, and all of that.
And that's illegal.
Or part of that.
That's not legal for those of you watching and coming out here and get an apartment. You don't have to pay the broker. It's just some crappy rule they make up to get paid. But
they're not gonna rent you one unless you do though.
Now, unless you talk to the landlord or the homeowner directly. But first super chat comment tonight, Vernon. Thank you. Waiting for the big secret from Big K. Definitely that we're gonna see what's going on out there in Brazil, going out there in Colombia. Listen, y'all, this live tonight is basically to narrow down the decisions of where you want to live, how you're gonna live, how much it's gonna cost.
We already talked about the big secret.
Don't come here. That's the secret.
Don't come here. Brazil's horrible.
Wherever they've been telling you to go on all the YouTubers, you go where they tell you to go. Go ahead. All the YouTubers, follow them.
The Dominican Republic is way better.
I bet. So let's start it off, since Kel's just moved to Brazil. Let's start off going to my right, probably you guys left. Dre, let's go over cost of living for you in Colombia. Has there been like any inflations, any different in monthly expenses, gas, rent, electricity, phone, insurance?
No. And what it is basically, let's break it down. Cartagena is 40% more expensive than Medellin. Medellin is 40% more expensive to live in when it comes to cost of living than Cali, where I'm located. So Cali is more of the last big organic city without all the tourists, without all that, without all you dudes messing it up. So so the cost of living, for example, I like to use us as an example. We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, only 3 floors. We got the vaulted ceilings. We have a brand new washer and dryer unit, not old school, but new school. We get free cable, free utilities, free Wi-Fi, and we have a garage for our truck, and we pay $360 a month. And if the dollar exchange changes, the highest that we've ever had to pay was $450 a month for our place. And we live in a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. We're right down the street from Chapapa Mall, 5-minute walk. Everything is within walking distance, from your FedEx to your pharmacy, to all the restaurants, to the best salsa clubs, to like I say, the mall is right there. The movie theaters are right there. So I'm in walk. So if Andre's gone with the truck, I can walk to anywhere I want to and just enjoy the day. The grocery stores are around here, and all that for the $360 a month in a really nice, safe side of town. And as far as food is concerned, it's kind of funny because when you're using American dollars, let's put it like this: for $85, you get 5 gigantic bags of groceries, and I'm talking about gigantic bags of groceries. Now you get like 4.5 gigantic bags of groceries. You see what I'm going with that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like Andre would sit back and say these plantains were only 2,000 pesos a piece. Now they're 7, and I'm looking at.
Okay.
So you talk about from 30 cents to 50 cents. Is that what we're talking about? So you see what I'm saying? So it has risen, but for example, they're complaining here about paying for gas at $2.70. Like, I can't believe it's $2.70. There's robbery. But for me, and I know what's going on in the States, it's $8, $9 in some areas. I'm happy. So when it comes to cost of living here in Colombia, for the most part, and of course I live in Cali, so the numbers are, like I said, take my numbers and just add 40%. So in Medellin, they're probably up at $3 or $3.10 when it comes to their gas prices. And their our apartment in Medellin for $360 may cost you about $500, $600 for the exact same unfurnished apartment here in Medellin, and maybe it costs you maybe $700, $800 in Cartagena.
Okay, good. Dre, you got
your... He said the movie theater. Do they play movies in English or no?
Both. You have you have three sets of movies with it. Like when Batman just came out, you can get Batman in all Spanish. You get Batman with English subtitles for those of us that want to master our Spanish but use English subtitles, or for those that want to know English, you can go see it in English with Spanish subtitles.
Okay, here they'll have Batman in English with Portuguese subtitles, or they'll just have it in Portuguese. That's it. But at least you have the option.
True.
Some places they just have it in whatever that country's language is. So that's good. I like that.
All right, cool. Dre, you got your first question of the night coming from Douglas Anderson. Says,
yes.
Would you have gotten that price without your Colombian wife?
Even with getting green gold, and we use the term for it when you're a tourist. Even if I would have gotten green gold here in Cali, let's say it's 360, I would have paid. Let's say getting green gold, I would have had to pay $400 a month. Am I really getting green gold? Yeah. You know, I get all the bells and whistles still for that extra 60 or 40 that I have to, because I didn't have anybody with me. That's the kicker. Another thing here in Colombia is you have to have a co-signer if you are a foreigner. You have to have a co-signer if you're going to rent an apartment. That's one of the main things. There are companies out there that make their money for being co-signers for people. But for the most part in Colombia, if you're going to skip out, they want to know who's going to pay this bill, just like a car. You don't find too many of that in the United States, but here in Colombia, co-signing is very, very a big deal, not just for foreigners, but for individuals in this country as well. So if you move it to if I'm moving to Bogota, or if Andrea is moving to Bogota, she would have to have a co-signer in Bogota because nobody knows her there in Bogota. So it's not, so it's not just her, it's not just us, it's anybody that's moving there. So our co-signer was her uncle. So he's ex-military. So even though I had plenty of money, they still ask you for your bank account and all your information. They're still going to ask you for all that. And so they were like, okay, they got the money, but still technically I don't know if it's by law or policy, city or state policy, you have to have a co-signer to get a spot. A couple just moved down here from the States last week. Shout out to them. Just got their apartment and they found a co-signer.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm moving next door.
Perfect. Deposit. So, Dre, what you think about this com right here? It says gringos like $100, $200, $300 more, which I don't.
No. Let's put it like this. It depends on the area that you're looking for, and the people that you're dealing with. Because if you're dealing with mom and dad as the landlord, or if you're dealing with like us, we're dealing with a management company, a leasing company. That makes a big difference because this company wants to have a decent reputation so we can recommend other people to come here to rent. Compared to if you're renting from mom and pop, they might get over on you $300, extra $200 on you. So you're absolutely correct, depending on who you're leasing from.
What about the deposit situation, Dre? Like we was just talking about with
first
Kev.
month. It's kind of funny. Yeah, first month's last month's rent. That's it. First month's last month's rent. And so it's kind of funny how half the country just wants first month's rent, half the country just wants last month's rent, and then some people just want first month's last. So you never know what you're getting into. Like in the States, it's kind of like embedded in us, first month's last month's rent. But you never know. You may walk to an apartment in here in Colombia, and they'll just say, "All we want is first month's rent. You move in tomorrow."
Nice.
That's what's up.
Shit, sounds like an easier process than here in DR.
There you go.
No start.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Make like a quarterback and hike.
Hey, in DR, they want a COVID test, background check, a Dominican assigned for you, 3 deposits. They just get
four roosters, 3 big dogs.
I've literally, in all 7 apartments or 8 apartments I had in the Dominican Republic, I had to get a Dominican girl to sign for me. And it's no joke. It would be just some random chick I knew. I'd be like, hey, come sign it. She'd be like, all right. Yeah. It's nothing but just something about it. They'd be like, you got to have it signed. Unless you are a resident there and you have an ID card or something like that, it's just it is what it is.
Like I get my residency this summer. So I'll officially be Colombian and American, and I'll have my both passports. But they still expect that from me. Like I said, if I move to a city that they're not familiar with me, they'll say, okay, if you live in here in Cartagena, Andrea and Andrea, you guys need a cosigner.
They just want to make sure they get their money.
That's basically what it is. It's business.
And it's gonna be a little bit
because Americans are famous for skipping
right.
out. That's what it is. Colombia, very famous for tearing up the place during festivals, and very famous for skipping out and just flying back home.
In the Navy, we had a term. Every new rule or every little procedure you had to follow is written in blood. It's written because somebody fucked up. So a gringo came there, they signed the lease, they dipped out without paying more than once. So now this is how it is.
Yeah.
I've known places that wouldn't even rent to us if it wasn't for Andrea being with me, because we went to the Barranquilla Festival and we couldn't get, with just me under my name, couldn't get anybody to rent to us. And
not even Airbnb.
One woman rented to Ace Live, and Ace said, "Listen, I know you don't rent to Americans, but his wife is Colombian, and blah 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 blah. And there's a really good couple." He showed them our YouTube channel, and she said, "Great, really nice lady," and she was able to rent us her upstairs apartment, which was a great apartment for the Barranquilla Festival in 2020, right before the pandemic hit. But if it wasn't for that, there's a lot of places that do, and that goes back to what we guys were talking about off the air. It's not about mangoes that a lot of Americans mess up. It's also about how they carry themselves, even when it comes to apartments or Airbnbs, that they mess it up for the rest of us that have to live in these countries.
Definitely.
That's happened to me in the capital here in Santo Domingo in the Airbnb. She was like, nah.
That has happened to me looking for just a regular apartment to rent, where I had the qualifications, had the money, and she was like, nope, I'm not renting to go figure. All right, so moving on. Let me see. I've got one more question. Emblem asks, how was he able to get his living situation in Colombia? He married Colombia. Go check out his channel, and everything is there from beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go check out Love Crossing Borders if you guys haven't yet. Subscribe. Definitely great content coming out of Colombia. Dre and Andrea, great content. You guys go check that out. So I'm gonna get into bills for the month. What's the dollar at today in DR? So $1. We're gonna bring out our handy dandy currency app. So $1 today, ladies and gentlemen, is 54 pesos.
Damn, the dollar's getting weaker.
Colombian pesos to American dollar. 54
pesos. So that means tomorrow rent is gonna be $338. Rent. $338. When I first moved out here to Santiago, rent was $315. The dollar was doing great. I think it was 58, 59 pesos to a dollar.
It hovered at 57 for a while.
It touched 50, like 60 during the pandemic. It was beautiful. Electric bill. I'm gonna get into electric bill quick so we can hit up Kels and Jorge. My electric bill was 2,587 pesos. That's $50 US. Phone bill, cell phone bill went down this month. 1,766 pesos. Let's see, what's 1,766? That's like $32 for the phone bill. Water stayed the same from the last live. Gas, 500 pesos. That's about it. Kels, what you looking like down there in Brazil?
I cannot specifically answer that question 100%. I just got a 2-bedroom apartment with an outside patio that I will be putting a jacuzzi in. It's got a full kitchen. It's a brand new building. Nobody's ever lived in this apartment.
Showing off.
I actually go pick up my keys tomorrow.
Showing off.
The rent is $178 a month for this 2-bedroom.
Man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that, Kels.
Yeah. And I couldn't, I remember I read, Ace was interviewing a gentleman that lived here in Cali, and he said, well, how much is your rent? And the guy was like, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, $260 a month. And when I first heard it, my brain couldn't wrap around a nice home for $260 a month. I just couldn't fathom that. Like, it's got to be a trick to it. It's got to be. He must. And first thing, and Ace couldn't. He was living in Medellin. He was like, "Well, you must live in a bad area." He said, "No, I live in a really, really nice area." "Well, your place must be old." He said, "No, I live in a new building, a bedroom and a bathroom over there. A bedroom." Now that we're living this, it's nothing to me. But I know it's guys in the chat. Their brains can't fathom the thought that it's not 1,100, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000 that we're used to with American prices. To hear us say these prices are like mind blowing to these guys. And we got a giant island stove. So our stove with the island and a big shelf for when you want to get your freak on, all that. Not for cooking, hint. And so it's we got the patio. We got $1 million view of the mountain view up. Right next door to us we don't even have neighbors. We have a giant lemon tree park that grows all lemons year round. So we have that. It's in the few houses that are around us are houses of people that have owned the houses for years. So there's nothing but older couples and older families around us. And so you get all this for this month is $3.99. It's gone up a little bit. The American dollar's been a little bit weaker. And so it's
the American dollar has been getting weaker for a reason, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Because yeah. And so And so
how much was gas like 2 years ago?
But if it's all inclusive, I mean, all ours is all inclusive. Like everything is in it.
Okay,
Security, everything. Like I said, the garage is in it. The security, the washer and dryer units, the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Like I said, the 10-foot vaulted ceilings with the new lights and everything. We got exercise equipment upstairs on our terrace. We've got what else do we have? Oh, the Wi-Fi, the cable, the internet, all that stuff is included. The lights, the water, the sewage, all that is included in the 300. This month is $3.99. So it went up almost $30 because of rate of inflation. But during the pandemic, it went down to $2.88 because the dollar was stronger than the pesos.
You remember, Chopper?
Yeah.
Remember when the peso was like 59 during the pandemic?
It hit 60 at a point when I was in Puerto Rico.
It was like 59, 60. Hey, when I got to the DR in 2013, the peso was 38.5 to the dollar.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Now it's over 54, 55.
Wow. And I don't think a lot of guys realize how strong that American dollar is in other countries and the bang for your buck that you can get. And I think probably you guys can attest to this in the countries that you're in. It's not only the apartments that blow you away, but the familiarity of all the things that are just like the United States are in these countries too. We got the Domino's, and we got like I was saying, the Papa John pizza if you want that delivered to your place. You got Sam's Club and Costco's. The same company owns PriceSmart. That's in DR, and here PriceSmart is right down the street. You got Dollar Tree. You got Dollar Tree in the United States. The same franchise owns Dollar City here in Colombia. I mean, literally the same green and white building that you see in the United States for Dollar Tree is literally right down the block. So you aren't missing. You have Walmart in the United States. It's Exito here. You have IKEA in the United States and DR. It's Home Center in Colombia. Literally the same products. So that is another thing that kind of blows you away. The fact that all you need to come here with to these countries with was just a couple of sets of clothes and you're good. We bought all our furniture here. You know, we got a non-furnished. So the first thing we got, of course, was a bed and a television, and we just built from there. So so you're not missing anything when you leave the U.S.
I tell everybody the same thing. If you get in a retirement, a disability, or anything like that over, like say a couple thousand, there's no reason you should be living like a second-class citizen in the United States, where most people that even have Social Security or disability or anything like that, a small pension, they still got to get a part-time job. I mean, nothing against it, but they got to get a part-time job at a Walmart or this, that. Like, for what? Struggling when you can just get up, buy a plane ticket, like you said, get your bags, and start over fresh. It don't matter where you go. It could be, like you say, Colombia, DR, Brazil, all these countries. You can live for a fraction of the price. To me, I just think it's crazy how people be so afraid. They're like, oh, no, I'm not leaving the United States. It don't belong to you. You ain't got nothing in the United States. You don't have nothing. Like, people be killing me with that. Like, oh, nah, I'm not leaving my hood. Why not? You don't have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
With the same amount of money, you can live upper class, live a nice, stable lifestyle with dignity, respect, actually have time for yourself and for your loved one. Think about it. Two people, husband and wife, move, making, let's just say, $40,000 each off of their retirement. You can live, I'm pretty sure you can live in Colombia. Here in DR, you can live with 40,000 easy.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 years here.
Listen, wait, stop.
2 years here.
In the Dominican Republic, $17,000 is $1 million pesos. So in the Dominican Republic, you're a multimillionaire if you're making $40,000 a year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. A couple of two, like, you know, back home, like where I'm from in Maryland, like you said, Andre, apartment gonna run you like 2,000. Mm-hmm. So you make 40,000, you struggling. You just barely like getting by. You still probably getting food stamps. You getting, you know, some type of government assistance. Take the flight. You can go back to the States.
Wait, Kels. I want Jorge to get into his bills quickly. For the month. So Jorge, what you got? What's the list you got?
All right, my light bill this month was $17.11. So $17.11.
Man, I am 54. Jealous of your light bill. Jealous. I don't understand.
You said it was 54 to the dollar.
Yeah.
No.
So $31.
$38.
Yeah, 31. It came up 31. My water bill is the same as always, $17.72 divided by 50, $32. My gas bill was $15.82. $15.82 divided by.
That's a lot.
Wait,
$29.
You got a gas leak in your apartment, bro?
My gas bill was never more than 500 pesos.
Yeah, my gas bill was $15.82. So $29.
You gotta get that checked out.
You guys up and down the streets. I'm an old man. I eat at my house. So we eat breakfast.
Here we go.
Breakfast at my house every day. We eat lunch Monday, Wednesdays, Friday, and we eat dinner every day at my house. You guys up and down the streets, eating out, chasing you know what.
Oh boy. But before we retaliate, I just want to.
So my cable internet and cable internet and telephone is $3,800, $70. But I got, you know, like all the channels. I don't know why, because we only use a couple, but I got every HBO, Cinemax, all that stuff.
All right. When I was in Santiago, I had the platinum package, 200 megabyte a second internet, every channel. I think my Claro bill was $4,500, so I can't even get mad.
Yeah.
So what's that? $80?
Yeah, something like that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we all losing by Colombia standards right now because Dre got everything included.
He got everything included.
Wait.
Dre had an all-inclusive resort.
Wait. Here, the triple play package is 250 real, which is $50. That's cable, internet, and phone. Average electric bill. If you're a gringo, you use air conditioning. Brazilians don't use air conditioning. My air conditioner is running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The air conditioner running. Electric bill be like $250. That's $50.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Now, rent, this place is close to what my other place is, so rent would probably be about $200 a month. If you want a cell phone, the cell phone plans here are really good. Every plan is free WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, internet, all of this, it hitting you up for like $10 for like 16 gigs of internet. All of the other stuff's free and like a certain amount of minutes. A lot of places in South America don't do unlimited plans like America. They just don't do it. I don't know why. But in America, everything's unlimited. But I know in Colombia, they don't have unlimited plan. Is a lot of people don't do it. But I bought a SIM card for 40 real. 40 real is not $10. It's like $8. And it came with 16 gigs of internet. I never run out of internet for the whole month.
Bad.
I never run out of
internet. It's unlimited in the States, but it's going to run you like $150.
At least.
Hey, look, I told my cousin what my rent was. He says, man, that's my cell phone bill every month.
Exactly. Like, so yeah, they pitch it like that is unlimited, but is it really? I buy the little recargas too, and it's like $4 for 10 megabytes for 10 days or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, the same thing, about $10 for Claro.
Yeah.
And I use that
I got a Claro
on our portable router.
So,
I don't even use it for anything else. It's just on a portable router.
That's what I do too.
Yeah, so before we continue, let me get into these comments. If you guys are watching, drop a comment. Like I said, we got Dre, Colombia, Kel's on Brazil, Jorge and I from DR. Any questions you guys will have about cost of living are welcome in the form of super chat. Thank you very much. Support the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribing to Love Crossing Borders. Kel's does have a channel. Jorge has his channel up and coming. We just got to push him to upload that first video. He's being a little.
Get it in,
I want to answer a question.
Yeah.
I think says waiting for the big secret from Big Kel's. The big secret.
I guess that's the Brazil secret, but ain't no secrets about Brazil.
I'm gonna tell you the big secret. When I was in the DR, I didn't like living around gringos. Don't take it personally. I literally live 50 to 45 minutes away from Copacabana, and it's a small city. But it's like the big fish in the small pond versus the small fish in the big pond. Here, I'm the only gringo in the whole city, and this ain't bragging. It's the truth. I'm the only gringo in this entire city. It's regular prices. People treat you normal. Ain't no scammers, ain't people trying to get over on you. Nobody asking you for change or to buy nothing. That's how I like it, low key. I like being low key, live my life, enjoyment. If I want to have fun, I wait till my friends come here and visit. It's $15 cab ride for an hour to Copacabana, and I'll hang out. I get a hotel room for 2 or 3 days. I hang out with my friends, but then I come back to normalcy. Because what guys do for vacation and fun, I live here. This is my life. Just like when I was in the Dominican Republic. Guys are like, how come you don't come to Sosua, blah, blah, blah. I live in San Francisco de Margarita, Santiago. This is my lifestyle. I'm not out partying every night.
Perfect. And Vernon said, thank you again, Vernon, for the super chat. Thank you again.
Shout out to Vernon.
Before we continue, for those of you who are looking to purchase merch, got the Chapapa TV hats available in black, red, and navy blue. Get your Chapapa TV hats. I will deliver it personally to you when you come down to the Dominican Republic. Dre, I need to find a way to get you one. I don't know how to ship from here to DR, but when I'm in Colombia, I'm actually going to be in Cartagena next month for 1 day for my boy's birthday. So let's see if what we can figure out next month. We're going to be in Medellin.
Okay, cool. Because mail, once you get here, the mail is so inexpensive from Cartagena.
Okay. Yeah, just drop me the instructions and I'm on it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
This is a question I have for Love Crossing Borders. Do you guys have a shipping? I know a lot of people probably want to know. Do you guys have a shipping company if you want to get like Amazon or eBay?
Yeah, I order from Amazon all the time. Okay. I ordered this from Amazon. I ordered my portable router.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that.
Republic, and there's a lot of people like, well, how do I order this, or can I get this, and da 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 da. So okay.
Got the BM card.
Colombia eBay. They've got Colombian eBay. They've got Colombian Groupon. I mean, the same Groupon deals. Like if Andre and I want to go get a massage for like next to nothing, I go on Groupon and get us a massage and say, "Come on, baby, we better do this massage." And because we always in the gym, so it's a nice little
y'all got Groupon out there?
Yeah, Groupon.co.
Man, I'm packing
instead
my
of .com is .co.
I'm packing my bags.
Yeah, we got Groupon out here. We got eBay Venezuela. Like when Venezuela like was really going down and they were selling gold and everything for like next to nothing. Man, I was scooping it up. Yeah.
Speaking of scooping up,
eBay Colombia, eBay Venezuela. I kid you not, man. I get my colognes down here. I get my any type of books I want to order. My cameras I get from down here. My microphones I get from down here. Whether it be Amazon, and Amazon delivers in the States, of course, they're in dang near every city. They're delivered the next day or the day after. Where here in Colombia, it's only 4 days. I can wait 4 days. So anything that I get from Amazon, I have never had to wait more than 4 days, and the delivery was always at the front door.
Nice.
And Colombians don't have a mailbox.
No.
So you got to go to the place to pick it up.
They go right by the address. They just come to your door. They go by the address. The delivery guy looks at the address. He knocks on the door, rings the doorbell, and say, "Hey, this package for you." Sign it, and you got your package. I've never missed a package.
For the first time in
my
9
boy just
years,
my partner in Bogota just ordered me on Amazon a English, because I was studying my Spanish, an English Spanish Bible. So
okay.
Because I was helping him with his YouTube channel. So I was like, "What?" He said, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, I want an English Spanish Bible." And he's like, "Cool." And so he ordered it for me from Amazon. Bada bing, bada boom.
Nice.
All right, I got you with that hat, Chapapa hat. As soon as you come down to DR, like I said, Chapapa hat merch available for purchase. So, fellas, let's turn this topic up a little bit, because I know people want to know when they hear Brazil, Colombia, DR, what's the fun budget like for you guys? Fun budget can mean going out with the wife, the girlfriend, whoever, restaurants, partying, alcohol, whatever means. Whatever falls under entertainment. So let's start with you, Jorge, because Jorge is master of the entertainment budget. If you guys have watched previous live, this guy has entertainment down to a T, up until how many napkins is she using at dinner, how many bottles of water. So Jorge, what was your entertainment budget looking like for this month?
That's crazy. So I do it a little different, but just entertainment. I kind of mix the two. So I do entertainment and miscellaneous, right? So I just take from both. But just my entertainment budget is 19,000 pesos. So what is that, like 19,000 divided by
almost 400?
Almost 400.
Yeah, $351. That includes every time we go out to eat. So we go out to eat every weekend, at least once. We order in from a restaurant at least once every week. And we do Dominican food, like street Dominican restaurants, local Dominican restaurants, twice a week. So we only cook at my house Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for lunch. I mean, it's not like the States. I mean, y'all know that, but it's not like the States. Dinner is the big thing in the States. Here, lunch is the big thing. Exactly. So we do lunch Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. We do breakfast every day and dinner every day at the house. But like I said, we go out to eat at a nice restaurant once a week, either Saturday or Sunday, and then we do delivery at least once a week, and $351, and that's for 4 people.
Oh, see, there you go.
4 people. So if you come in here by yourself, you single, hey. And Chopper, you see my Instagram. We go to nice restaurant.
Don't compare Chopper's budget. He always at the most expensive restaurants.
Yeah.
You trying to pay me with who? Yo, don't do that. You be at Saga. You be by the Monument. You be at Cucaramanga. Don't do that, Kels. Don't do that. Drake, what was your entertainment budget like? What
okay, because my entertainment budget is usually, I got 2. One is Andre and Andres, when me and Andre hanging out doing couples date nights, things like that. There's another one when you guys come to town. So let's go with when you guys come to town, because that's when I'm popping bottles. That's when I'm driving around, take you guys to the best places, because I'm the guy that got the truck, right? So I'm usually either the designated driver or the driver that drinks very little. But even then, to pop a bottle at the top shelf restaurant, club, you VIP, you there with the most beautiful women, and you popping a bottle. That bottle is only 30 $40. $40 to pop a bottle. Okay. So it's like $40 to pop a bottle, pop a major bottle. And we may order some soda and some water to kind of like mix the drinks. So that'll be another maybe like $5 at the club. To get into the club is more like it's 10,000 pesos. So that's like $2 to get into. I'm talking about the major clubs. I ain't talking about the no rinky dink clubs. I'm talking about the one that if you ain't got no money, you can't get in here type of clubs among Colombians. So I always want dudes to have the best experience in Colombia when they come. So I always take them to two clubs. I take them to the starter club at 9 o'clock. It opens at 9 o'clock. It's a nice salsa club. All the regular sisters gonna be there. They're gonna be fine, blah, blah, blah. And you're gonna get your salsa dance on until I take you to the main club that stays open to 6:30 in the morning. They got all type of dancers that's gonna be performing at the same time you're on the dance floor, right? And at the end of the day, with four of us going, we're not even about to spend $75, maybe. We're not even about to spend $75.
That's how you do.
And I'm talking about if I'm footing the bill, I'm not gonna walk away with $75. I really foot the bill, but my point is, if I foot the bill for four people, and I'm talking about we going from the reggae club to the salsa club to the main club, the living, the whole night with four dudes, we're not about to, because you got to realize a beer. If the guy just say, "Dre, I just want a beer. I just want a Colombian real quick," or a poker, a beer. Poker is y'all version of Presidente.
Oh, okay.
That beer is only like 53 cents at a club.
Dang.
Jeez.
So it's not like Chicago where you coming out $8 for that beer, $5 for that beer. So and so at the end of the day, so you're only spending like between $50 to $75 to have fun with four dudes. So let's talk about with me and Andre. Let's say Andre and I go out to a movie, which is like for two people, it is $8 for two people to go into the movies, and then the snacks and all that. That's maybe another $4. So if we spend $12 just to get all the snacks we want and get into the movies, we just spend $12. Let's say we go get some sushi. That sushi at a really nice restaurant, that sushi probably hit us maybe $20, $15 at the most. But we usually get the giant boat that has like 35 sushi rolls on there, 40 sushi rolls on there, because we love our sushi. So at the end of the night, on a date night, Andre and I may spend maybe $30 at the most.
Okay.
And then Andre and I have we often, to kind of like to break up the monotony, let's go rent a hotel room on the other side of the city. Let's just go on the other side of the city where we saw that waterfall, and let's rent a hotel room over there, or in that finca, on that farm area. And that may cost us for a finca, and I'm talking about a whole farm belonging to you with the horses and your fishing, everything is all yours. Maybe $25 to $30 a night. Is all a whole beautiful farm. I'm talking about acres of land, all mountains everywhere, belongs to you. $35 a night. So we'll go out and we'll do that. And so, because we have a vehicle, so we can drive on out there and do those type of things. So a lot of times individuals don't realize, and let's say we just going for a regular breakfast, we ain't doing nothing. Me and Andre say, let's go get us a nice little brunch, nice little breakfast, full meal, plus your healthy drink, everything included for both people, $4.
That's Cali.
$4 a piece, $4 in all.
Man,
and Cali food is better than Medellin food, because I hear people complain about well, Colombian food is bad. No, you taste Medellin food. Even Andrea said when she lived in Medellin, she don't like Medellin's food. Cali and Cartagena food is completely different from Medellin food. They know what season it is because Cali and Medellin are made by brothers and sisters.
Before I get to the comments, man, if you guys are watching this, I want you guys to interact tonight. Drop a comment. Let me know who's here. But every time I hear Dre talk about Colombia, I just get so inspired hearing about the cost of living, the entertainment, the fun he does, being able to go across town to a hotel for $20 a night, $8 for movie tickets, not popcorn. What man, if this doesn't inspire you, period, to just get off your butt, get out the States and get abroad. Listen, the brother had no Spanish and he's in Colombia gearing up for his Spanish test, right?
Yep.
Got his cedula, married to a beautiful Colombian woman.
Got my driver's license.
Got his driver's license. Jorge down here with his mom. The channel's coming up on that.
I know, right?
Make sure you guys start subscribing to this channel from now. But listen, man, if this doesn't inspire you, just hearing the fun. Look at the brother. The brother looks younger than probably.
I'll be 55 in a couple months.
I'll be
55 in a couple months.
Going off the happiness of Colombia. So let's hit some comments real quick, and then we're gonna go to Kels.
That's my man.
What's up? Where is the brother Jorge Rosandi? Jorge lives in Santiago, literally in that building right there across from me. Last live, he kicked my door down last live, but we ain't gonna get into that. Haitian gunman, have you heard about the recent uptick of black racial killings in the outskirts of Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo? I guess that's for you, Kelvin.
Black who?
Black killings.
Okay, like you gotta be a little bit more specific. Is it Black Americans, Afro Brazilians? It could be people from different countries or what?
Mm-hmm.
Because Brazil is Brazil is 170 times bigger than the Dominican Republic. So Brazil is like United States. Brazil is like 85.7% the size of the United States. So 3 niggas get shot in Chicago every day. It's just, it is what it is. So for us, people get shot in Chicago, New York, Louisiana, in Miami, that's normal. Just like it's normal here. Black on black crime, like that. But it's in the news every day, but it's no more or less crime than there is in the United States, Dominican Republic, or Colombia. And there's one uptick that I love about Brazil. There's no racism here like it's in America. If you're Brazilian, you Brazilian. You're not black Brazilian or white Brazilian or mixed Brazilian. You Brazilian. You'll see somebody darker than me walking with a light Brazilian girl, and you'll see a dark Brazilian dude walking with, you know what I'm saying? It's just mixed. I seen a light Brazilian guy with the darkest Brazilian chick. They don't even care. It's not even where you look twice like, damn. That's one of the things I like about being out of the country.
It's funny that you would say that because my wife on her channel, her number one comments are from brothers that want to date Colombians, but off the air, the number one question she gets are from a machisto Colombians, which are kind of like the whiter, like Andre is, or the European Colombian that want to date black dudes from the States. They always asking about what's it like to date a brother? How do I meet a brother? How can I get with a brother? How brothers. And then on her channel, the brothers is like, how can I meet one like you? How can I meet one that look like? So everybody, just like he was saying, everybody wants to get together. They just don't know how to get together sometimes.
Yeah. Now, there's one problem I have when I'm here, and I'm working on it. People know I'm American because I wear Jordans.
Yeah. That'll get you away.
Listen, like 4 or 5. Look, you don't. I'm not gonna say never because they say you never say never. You will hardly never see a Brazilian dude walking around with Jordans. They'll have on sneakers They might have on some New Balance, Nike, Puma, whatever, but for Jordans is very rare. So if I go out and I wear a Jordan T-shirt or something like that, or a pair of Jordans, boom, you stick out. They know right there you're American. And it was a Brazilian girl told me, she was like, I said, how you just know somebody American when we look just like y'all look? She says, oh, Americans wear expensive tennis shoes. And I just started laughing. She says, Americans wear expensive tennis shoes. Like, it's just right off the bat.
Okay.
So people are thinking in, if you wearing some normal clothes and nothing flashy, and you brown, light skin, dark skin, whatever, you'll fit in. But you coming down here in some Jordans where these people go to the mall and these Jordans are like 1,000 real or 1,200, 1,300 real, that's like $250. And an average Brazilian is not spending $250 for a pair of tennis shoes.
Okay.
I try to move like the locals do. I really do.
Me too.
Even though I like my style and my fashion, they know that I'm not here because of my hat collection. I love fashion hats. And let me grab one of my hats. I'll show you guys what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I do the same. I try to.
I love my fashion hats. So they know that, okay, when I see this brother with this hat on, got the feather on the side, he's not from here. But other than that, I agree with him 100%. Plus, Colombia's Adidas country. Anything I do with soccer, Colombia's Adidas. So you come in here with your Jordans, you are not impressing Colombians. You Afro-Colombians, yes, but you're not impressing them because they didn't know that was a new version that came out. All they know is American, Jordan, I wear the fake ones, yours must be fake too. That's all they know. They didn't know them shoes just came out last week. They don't know about no LeBrons. If you think you about to get a woman to fall for you because you got the LeBrons on, like in the States, that is not gonna happen in Colombia.
She gonna be like, "La who?"
Because she gonna think that you got on fakes. Because she don't know what the real is anyway, because that's not this country.
In Brazil, if you got on some jeans, some shoes, and a nice button-up shirt, when you go out somewhere to the club, or a nice polo shirt, you in it. You in it. You on paper right there. You good. Yeah. You got a nice haircut. You got on some clothes. You might have on a watch, a button-up shirt or polo shirt with some jeans or some slacks and some shoes. You're top tier. You just not a regular dude.
That's it. It's so simple. So simple.
So fellas, got a conversation brewing right now in the comments.
Yes, sir.
While we're getting into cost of living, let's talk about safety. Our safety. So how have you guys been feeling living abroad in these countries? And because I'm speaking about that, so Douglas Anderson says, for years, Brazil has a bad rep in regards to the treatment of Black Brazilians. Haitian government, Black Brazilians getting killed, the police. We know how it is in DR with the Dominicans and the Haitians. I don't know what goes on much in Colombia in terms of skin color, but how do you guys as Black men, Black Americans feel in regards to safety in your native expat country?
I feel safe.
I gotta answer this.
Go ahead, guys.
I was born and raised in East St. Louis, so it's safer everywhere else
Say no
in the
more.
whole world. It's safer everywhere else in the whole world than it is back home. So I don't even know why they're asking this question.
Yeah,
you guys on the There's
too. Go ahead.
Looking at the list, there are over 20 cities in the world that are safer. I mean, in Colombia, that are safer than East St. Louis. It's on the list. Over 20 countries here. I mean, cities in Colombia, including Medellin, including Cartagena, including Cali, that are safer than East St. Louis. I kid you not. I just looked at that list.
But look, here's the funny part. People never hear about East St. Louis, and it's always been number one in murders, but it never makes the list because you have to have 100,000 residents. They don't have 100,000 residents, so they don't make the list. But they have 25 times more killing than everybody else on the list.
Yeah.
So when I joined the Navy, dude was like, "You want to join the Navy?" I'm like, "Can I get out of East St. Louis?" He was like, "Yep." I was like, "I'm going." So when people say, "Oh, you're gonna get killed in the Dominican Republic or you're gonna get killed over there in Brazil," I'm like, I was born and raised in East St. Louis. It's safer in Beirut. Like I did 2 years in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was safer in Iraq than I was in East St. Louis. So coming to Brazil, I try not to be flashy.
Amen.
I know where I'm going. I look like I know where I'm going. I don't walk around with money sticking out of my pocket looking like a gringo. And I'm aware of my surroundings. So to anybody in the chat, look, I would even say this to Haitian dudes. You're safer in Haiti than East St. Louis.
Damn.
Yeah, St. Louis. Yeah, I wouldn't lie about that one. That's a true one. That's a true one. East St. Yeah, that's true. And it's been on the list for quite a few years. Now we're not just talking about 2022. We're talking about for a while, like all the way back. East St. Louis has been on the list.
Man, it's like Kel said, if you walk around with common sense in most places, I mean, I've never felt I was in danger. And like Chopper said, most people know I have a 79-year-old mother with me most times, anywhere I go, to the restaurants, to the malls, to this, to that. But you're never going to catch me trying to be cool and be like, oh, the most dangerous place of DR. Guess what? If it's dangerous, I ain't going. For what? I ain't got nothing to find there. For what?
Nothing to prove.
Walking around with no chains, no expensive watches. Like Kel said, I'm not walking around with flashing my money or phone all over the place like you just a tourist. Like, I don't do that. If you walk around with common sense, you're gonna be fine. And I've been coming here for years, and I've been living here for a year and a half almost, and I've never had an issue. I haven't even seen a fight here, to be honest with you.
You know what? The fact that you say that, I haven't seen that in Cali either.
Right.
I mean, you hear of it like the next day on the news, like
you see it on Instagram or something.
They were fighting with because Colombia is quick to fight with machetes.
Here too. So, right. But that'd be like in the hood though.
Right. Thank you.
What are you going to the hood for?
In the hood, just like in the States. It's always, and I've been to the hood. I've been driving through the hood one time. And the one time is when I got in that car accident. I don't know if you guys saw the video I did. Somebody was trying to make a long right-hand turn from my far right and just decide he wanted to take his whole truck and make a full left all the way through past all of the traffic. And we're looking like, what are you doing? Andre turned it to me in slow motion. I'm looking at him like, no, bam. I'm like, what are you doing? The dude finally paid us off. He finally, and it wasn't major. It was only 500,000 pesos. It was like $150, and he finally went on ahead and paid us off. But $150 is a lot to Colombians, and so he paid us every week 100,000 pesos. It was 500,000 pesos that he owed us. No. Yeah, 500,000 pesos, and he paid us 100,000 every month. I mean, every week. So it was cool for him to pay it off. But that's the only time I've been through the hood. And then when I got out the car, I'm so mad and I'm yelling English. And you should see the crowd. It was like everybody stopped, like the car stopped, people stopped walking, everything, just to see a brother in a nice car who was speaking English. I'm 6'3", like 230, so my size is like outside the norm of Colombians, because the average Colombian is only 5'8", and so they're really, it's kind of funny. It was like inquisitive, and yet at the same time they were celebrating the because it was a black community in the hood. They were celebrating the fact that one of our own had the nice car, and one of them had to pay the brother off. One of them had to pay. The regular Colombians had to pay the brother. So all of a sudden, all these people started rushing to me just to hear me speak English, just to be a co-signer. They were like, yeah. So when the police got there, because in Colombia, when you call your insurance adjuster, they come like right then and there. They actually have an insurance adjuster that come
Oh, wait, like time out. You guys have insurance injustice too?
Yeah, we got full coverage insurance, man. What?
That's how you do it.
Man, listen. In Colombia, you have to have not only full coverage insurance, you also have to have a fire extinguisher in your back seat, and that fire extinguisher has an expiration date, so it can't be an old one. Once that old one, you have a place that you got to turn that fire. It's like a small fire extinguisher in your car. You have to have that, and you have to have the mini cones. So just in case you get a flat tire, you have to have those in your car. If the police stop you and you don't have the cones or the fire extinguisher or full coverage insurance, you get a ticket. So this guy got a ticket.
Yeah, that man got his bag. He got his bag.
He packing his bags.
I can't. I can't. Yeah, if you guys know, I got his bag.
He only packing his PlayStation 5.
And I drive an automatic here. I started off my classes with stick. You know how I passed my classes? With Google Translate. Most dudes don't know that if, like, when my professor would say something in Spanish and he would write it down, all you do is take your Google Translator, aim it towards the screen, and it translates everything.
It translates everything.
English. And so I was taking my notes in English, so everything he said, I was passing the class. So it was time for me to take driving. And so I was driving my stick shift. I'm doing good, driving down the neighborhood. And Andre said, "You do know he's been driving 30 years. He drives an automatic." And they were like, "What? We got an automatic truck right around the corner. If he could drive me to the mall and back, he get his driver's license." I was like, "What? Okay, cool." Drove him straight to the mall and back. Got my L. Bam.
Nice.
I learned how to drive on a stick, so that's second nature.
You know what? It was my first time outside of a motorcycle driving with the gears.
Over here in Brazil,
I don't have
most cars are stick shift. I think 90% of the cars
it's real easy. I didn't realize how easy stick is. I didn't realize how easy it actually is. It really is easy.
I gotta learn. But before I head out of here, I gotta learn.
It really is a lot easier than you see people jerking, blah blah blah. That jerk is when everything shuts off, and then you got to turn the car back on, and then you put the gear back in. But once you get that 1-2 slide, and everything else, it's like it's so easy to drive a stick. I never knew that compared to when I was riding bikes. You know, I'm riding bikes, but I never drove a stick shift. So when I finally did take class for a stick shift, it was not as hard as I thought it was. My mind psyched out.
And like, you
found the classes driving Corvettes all this time.
You found the classes in Colombia?
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, and I got in Colombia. This is the crazy part. You also got to take a physical. They got to make sure that you are physically correct. They send you in the middle of your classes. They send you down to a doctor's office that's like a few blocks away, and you have to take a physical because they want to make sure your body is correct, so you don't have a heart attack on the road or something. They make sure that your vision. If I don't have my driver's license, if I do not have my glasses on or contacts, I can get a ticket. Because I have my glasses on my driver's license. He wears glasses. So if I don't have my glasses or my contacts on, I can actually get a ticket just because of I don't have my glasses on. Or Andrea's too. Andrea wears glasses. A lot of people has never seen her in glasses, but Andrea wears glasses too. And so she has to have her glasses for only at night. So if she gets caught at night driving without her glasses on, especially because of the tent that we have, she can get a ticket just because she doesn't have her glasses on. She has to follow the rules of her driver's license.
Man, that ain't like DR, because DR, you're gonna have the people that paid to get their license, like literally paid without taking no class, know how to drive.
No,
people that don't have a license in general. People that don't have a license in general. DR is great.
I'm just saying, he telling the truth.
When you say you have an adjuster that comes to the site of accident, that's
it's like an attorney. It's almost like they're attorneys.
That's foreign language to me. It's like you're speaking Chinese.
Yeah, our adjuster, he came in his tie and everything. He was professional. It was like on a Sunday because we were on our way to because Colombians want to party for anything. So it was her grandmother's birthday. So we were on the way with the ice cream. and the cool Andre was like, we're running late, let's cut through the hood. So we're like, okay, let's cut through the hood. And this one, bam, and just smashed. And Andrea if you look at the thumbnail, Andrea took the picture at the right time because in the photo, I'm like, no. And you see the cars smashed together, and me on the other side of the car like this, and the guy literally the guy's reflection in the mirror is like this. His head is down, like no. I'm in front of the cars, like no. It's like Andrea took the perfect picture at the perfect time for a thumbnail.
Kels, you know what's crazy? And Jorge, I can't really say much about you because your car gets hit and you're not even in the car. You come out to a hit car. But Kels, it's crazy how you hearing somebody hits their car and they show remorse and they're like, damn, I messed up. I gotta pay this off. That's like Chinese compared to what goes on.
That shit ain't gonna happen in the DR. That dude gonna drive off.
Listen, I got hit by a moto. Had to go to the Fiscalia, like the court place. Said the dude was wrong. Till this day, dude ran off, had no insurance, didn't pay me, had to come out of pocket. Nothing happened.
How much you come out of pocket?
A little bit over 10,000 pesos.
Oh well. Yeah.
Listen, I don't try to do better than people or top somebody. My car was parked. A Dominican was riding a wheelie and ran into my fucking car. And he took me to court and told me I had to pay. I was listen, everybody's like, Kels, you lying. I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. Well, you shouldn't have been. I'm like, my car was parked. I walked to the store to get some food. As I'm walking back to the car, he riding a wheelie. In Spanish, it's called calibrando. He riding a wheelie and hit the fucking car. And then he's like, oh, I'm hurt. You got to pay my hospital bill. You got to pay this. I'm
fix my motorcycle.
Are you serious? Look,
I got a question. I got a question for you guys in regards to living in the countries in DR and living in Brazil. Here in Colombia, we have something called Pinco Cellular. And what that means is you can only drive your car on certain days at certain times. Ours is actually tomorrow. So we have to have our car parked at 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock at night. If we get caught on the road, and I'm telling you, they sitting around waiting to get these tickets out. These are like 500,000, 600,000 peso type of $250, $350 tickets. Damn. And they're waiting to catch it. I mean, everybody is rushing to park their car. Do they have that there? And what it is to save like the ozone layer, because we're all of us around the Amazon jungle. They want to protect the jungle from anything that cars would do to it. You guys have that?
How many days a month is that?
Oh, they don't have that in Brazil.
They don't have that in DR. Hell no. And
every car has that in Colombia.
And in DR, you could drive your car with no front windows or no steering wheels.
No hood, no bumper.
No bumper, no side door, no mirrors. You could be missing a tire. They don't care. As long as it turns on, you good.
How many days a month is that?
Driver's plate.
Hold on, wait. Stop. As long as you have your tax sticker.
Yeah. That you pay.
That's it. You got to have your tax sticker, and they'll start January 7th or 10th or 15th or whatever, and they will wait to give you a ticket. I had like a 2017 Kia truck. I paid 2,500 pesos a year. That's it. As long as you got that, you good. And you pay your insurance. But other than that, your car ain't got to have no doors. They don't do safety inspections. Like, if you saw some of the shit they drive on the streets, you'd be like, come on, man. Like, he'll drive right by the police.
Yeah.
Hey, Dre, how many days a month do they have that rule in Colombia?
It depends on the city. Like, Bogota has 2 days a week. So if you got like our truck, if we lived in Bogota, there would be like a Monday and a Thursday that for 4 hours we'd have to park our car. And it's problematic. People don't like it. But in Medellin is 1 day. Most of the country is just 1 day. If you got a car, all they got to do is just look at your drive, because it's odds and evens. Like, our last number is even, so it's on this particular day. Their last number is odd, so it's on that particular type of day. So we already know what our day is. Ours last year was Wednesday. Then it switched over to Thursday. So we know, and we sometimes we'll be coming from the gym and we're like, okay, we gotta let this light turn red. Come on.
Cutting it close.
I'm calm, but your girl, Andrea be thinking like we got 30 seconds, right? I'm a dude. I'm calm. I've been in these situations before, late for work, right? so I already know. Okay, we got 5 minutes. We only live 2 minutes away. We good. Not Miss Girl in there. She be in there like on the steering wheel, like come on, let's go. I'm like,
I got a question.
This red light.
I got a question for Love Crossing.
Yeah.
How are the police in Colombia?
How is it the what?
The police.
Oh man, I've been stopped by the police a couple times, and
are they okay?
Cool? Don't bother you. Most police officers. There's a myth about Colombia, and I'm glad that you brought that up. There's a myth about Colombian police, like all you gotta do is throw them a couple dollars and they be good. Most a couple Colombian police are like that. Most Colombian police work so hard to become, because most of them are ex-military. To get the opportunity to become a police officer is very rare and hard, because even the hot chicks, I've never seen these many beautiful police officers in, I don't know, one country in the world has got the most beautiful police officers like Colombia. I'm talking about make hair, everything. Colombian make sure that if you're not a hot chick, you can't be a Colombian police officer.
No, let me
not be a cop.
What I'm talking about is,
I don't care if you
do
black.
they bother you for money? Or
no. That's what my point is. In Colombia, there's a misconception about Colombia. You can look up Colombian female police officers on Instagram, and I'm telling you,
got a picture of them right here, Dre.
There you go. See, and I do this. I did that in the airport. I stopped. I was like, they too fine. I got a photo with them. I had to get a photo with the female police officers. Man, they be too fine. Mm-hmm. And so, but as far as that, I throw them a few dollars, some lunch money, and they'd be good. They work so hard to get their money. The only time you can, I know, right? The only time you can get some money, believe me, I know, is if they know they got you dead to right, and you know it, and you like, listen.
Okay.
And you got a Colombian there that's like, listen, blah, blah, blah. He starts speaking in Spanish, start negotiating, and your boy turns around and say, hey, they want 300,000 pesos from us, which is kind of like $75-$60 from us. So come on, guys, let's put together. But this is because the driver was drunk, you drunk, your boy drunk, everybody in the car was drunk. So what do you expect?
Yeah, you caught.
So if you got a Colombian that can talk to Colombian officers, you might get away with it. But most Colombian officers are like, don't try it, because I worked too hard. I got a family back home, and if they find out that I went for this extra change, I lose the job that I worked so hard for, and it impacts my ex-military record. So I can't get any type of security job, any type of gun clearance, nothing, because I took this little bit of change from you. And I got Andrea family. She has police officers, and they say that especially women always try to throw them an extra few dollars, and I give you a little something. And the officers are like, ma'am, I don't want to touch your economics, and here's this ticket. Because even me, I got a ticket a couple of days, and I knew I was in the right. I was following the GPS, and I was like, man, I'm in the right, bro. And he was like, the brother was like, I know, Dre. He's like, but I'm telling you,
the Dominican Republic is not like that. The police in the Dominican Republic are the most. I'm gonna get some slack for this. I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
Nah, say it. On Chapapa TV, we say what we gotta say.
There you go.
We're gonna ruffle some feathers.
If you get pulled over in the Dominican Republic and you're fucking drunk, the police officer get in the car and drive you home. Real talk.
Now, one thing
over here in Brazil, the police are 100% by the book. No jokes, no harassment, no nothing. They on it. They found out they pulled me over. They do regular stops. They pulled over my Uber driver. They asked me for my identification. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm American. I got a picture of my passport on my phone. He was like, you need to carry it with you. I'm like, listen, I talked to a police officer. He told me, carry your picture. because if you get robbed or if something happens, your passport gone. He was like, "You right. Take a photocopy and keep the photocopy with you." And that's what they tell me. They say, keep the photocopy of your passport and you good. Look, he went in my pocket. He took out the money, put it on a card, took out my wallet, put it in the car. He didn't take 1 peso. All I'm going to say is, in the Dominican Republic, I would have been short. And I'll leave it at that.
He searched you, Kels?
He searched me. He searched the Uber. Like, look.
He searched the whole car?
Yeah, it was like 2, 3 in the morning, bro.
Oh,
I'm coming home from the club. They got DUI stops. They got registration stops. And he just, hey, where you going? Oh, he taking me home. This is my house. Okay. He searched me. He put my stuff on top of the car. He ain't take nothing. He searched the car inside and out. The Uber driver had his license, registration, insurance. That was it. It wasn't
That's how we are. When I got
DR, in the DR, we would have came off some paper. And I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And I don't want this to go viral. But Dominican police officers, 99% of them I met was whatever.
Yeah, different. That's what happened to me. I was just not even 2 months ago. A couple of y'all came down. I showed y'all a good time. We went out to eat, and we're driving from the club area. Whoop, whoop. And I rolled the windows down. First of all, they didn't think it was American going to be in there. At least long an American brother behind the steering wheel. He looking like, you got your driver's license? Bam. Okay, you got a cellular. Bam. Okay, where's your insurance? Full coverage. There you go, officer. So he said, you've been drinking. I just happen to have my orange juice right on the side of me. And I was like, and all y'all in the back just doing your thing, keep it quiet, and on the side. And then so I say, I got my orange juice, and he was like, okay, cool. They were really nice on motorcycles. I said, my boy's been drinking. I'm the designated driver tonight, so forth and so forth. And then I hit him with I said, as you can tell from my driver's license, I live in this neighborhood anyway. I'm right down the street from my house, and that driver's license and the insurance that I'm right down the street from the house. And I said, me a spouser. And so he already knew if I got a ticket or if I wrecked this car, my wife would kill me. So he started laughing. He was like, dog, here's your license, dog. I got you. I feel where you're coming from. And so usually so he was like, since he's like, okay, he's not drunk. They've been drinking. In Colombia, you could, if you VIP or if you go out drinking, let's say we got a bottle, we popping bottles. Colombia, you take the bottles home. So if they see open containers, you're not sitting back like, we got to hide the drinks. Colombia, they already know that you're bringing the drinks home from the club.
Yeah.
So as long as I don't have the drinks and I haven't been drinking, we're good. So at the end of the day, I had my orange juice. We good. Drove off, no issues, real easy, real simple, no problems. Well, since your boy's been drinking, throw me a few. But like I said, the one time that I did get stopped, it was like when everybody in the city left. This was like last 2 weeks ago, man. This made me mad. It was a holiday here in Colombia. In Colombia, when it's a holiday, everybody go to the fincas I was telling you about, so they can, because everybody get their own farmland and party, music blasting, drink what they want, open air, can walk around butt naked if they want to, right? Pardon my language. But so the few of us that are left in the city, ain't nobody for them to give tickets to. All of us make a right-hand turn after a light. Left-hand turn after a light. They pulled over 20 cars. Oh yeah, this street is blocked down. Everybody looking like, what are you talking about? That's when I showed my man, the brother, the GPS. I say, bro, come on, man. He was like, man, listen, man, I don't make the rules, man. I just give out the tickets. And I'm like, okay, God, I'm with you. So when I came home, I told Andre about the ticket. We went ahead. And then all of a sudden, when we got to the ticket place to pay the ticket, and then because in Colombia, if you take a class, the tickets are cut in half. And sometimes they make you take the class, which is an hour class. The lady was like, check this out. I'll take the test for you for 20 minutes for Like, what? 20 minutes? You take the test? Yeah. After class, you got to take a test. $2, girl. We about to go get something to eat. We come back. All right, girl. Good looking out. Thank you, girl. Good looking out. And so everybody is on the hustle. But what I can say, the police officers, it's hard to be a police officer, to become a police officer in Colombia, because there's so many people trying to do it that are ex-military. So they try not to throw their careers away. And the few that do want to get you is because the driver was messed up. If you can get you a driver, also here in Colombia, that you'll like Chapapa, if you are a driver and you have a vehicle like we do, if I say, you know what, I feel like drinking tonight, I ain't driving home tonight, I ain't drinking, I could call my insurance. While I'm in the club, they will come, say, hey, Andre is at this club, get my key, drive my car to my crib, and I take the Uber back with the rest of y'all.
Dang.
That's a part of our insurance.
Hey, this is off subject.
That's a part of our insurance.
Years ago when I was in Australia, they don't do it no more, but they used to have this thing. If you got pulled over for a DUI, they'll park your car on the side of the road, and they will call a taxi to take you home. And you can pick up your car. Now, my thing is this. How come they don't do that in America? If they caught you, listen, they caught you. You ain't hurt nobody. What's the harm in saying, you know what? Pulling your car over, calling a cab, and you got to pay for the cab to take you home. Why? Because they got to make money. You see what I'm saying? They're not really trying to stop nobody from getting hurt. But if they did it like that, I could understand. But they try to $2,000, $4,000, $8,000 if you get a DUI in America.
Man, hold on. I want to dumb it down a little bit.
Manga. We need to go to Manga to go to those clubs.
This is for the cats, the New Yorkers, the Atlanteans, the Floridians, whoever going out to the clubs, paying $500 for a bottle of Ciroc, and you can't even leave with it.
No way in the and you can't even take it at home. You can't even take it home.
I'm gonna make a comment about that. The most expensive club in this area is past Coca-Cabanas in a place called Baja de Tijuca. When I say top tier, they got a Statue of Liberty at their fucking mall. Sorry for cussing. They got a Statue of Liberty at the mall. They got Gucci, Louis, they got all of that. But look, we went in there. It was like $600. But let me tell you this. We had like 2 bottles of Hennessy, 3 bottles of Ciroc, 2 bottles of vodka, 2 bottles of tequila, VIP at a concert with the famous rapper in front of the stage. And all of that cost $600. So I'm talking about like 7 or 8 bottles and all of that for $600. That was like the top tier. But in my neighborhood, it's $3 to get in the club if they throwing a concert.
Yep. Here.
Look,
here too.
You get 12 beers or 12 Coronas in a little bitty thing for like 100 real or something like that. It's weird. $20, $25. And it's like, wow, it's not the same amount of money you spend. I went out with 2 girls, friends of mine. We drank all night. We had 4 or 5 sets of shots. We ate, we drank, we did everything. $80.
Man.
$80.
Fellas,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Finish up.
I was about to say, and you don't feel bad when you're buying a female a drink because it's like what 88 cents,
it's
$1.15.
It's like $2 or $3 for a drink.
To where other dudes $8, $15 a drink. I want a margarita. Okay, down here is like what
$3?
Yeah, right.
So, fellas, before I get into this next question that we could all answer, health insurance.
HD chilling.
Health insurance. So, Dre, how much was your insurance for you and the wife this month?
Full coverage, which includes also life insurance. It is $125 a month, and I'm talking about they are thorough. Like Andre and I, a lot of people already know from watching our channel. Andre and I want to have a child next year. I've had a vasectomy when I was 36, So now, just like my boy got a reversal, he's got 2 kids. We're doing our reversal. So y'all funny.
Hey, bro, I got my vasectomy.
Yeah, y'all something else.
1999.
Right. And
I got one at 32.
Right. And so we all can relate. I'm glad that you guys mentioned that. But now that I'm married and I'm like 55, I ain't got no kids. So it's like my wife only 27. So I do want to have somebody that look like me walking on the planet. And so now we doing the reversal. And my boy who got his 6 months after I got mine when we're 36, he met his wife at 40 years old. He got it reversed. Now they got 2 kids. So, okay, my boy, good. I've been taking care of my health all my life, been healthy. That's why I look good for 55. And so live in the gym, always eating healthy. Only thing I do is my drinking. Ain't never smoked weed a day in my life, but this is my version. So at the end of the day, so everybody got their thing. But my point is, so right now, Andre and I are working on my physicals, and I've been to the doctor for everything. Dude, and I'm talking about from MRIs where you go into the machine and you got to be still and all that stuff to all type of exams. Dude, with our insurance that we pay for $120 for 2 people, and remember what I said, it never goes higher. No matter how many kids we have, it'll always be that 120. We pay on the average doctor visits and my prescription for high blood pressure because it runs in my family. $2, $6. And I'm not talking about no half-stepping physical. And I mean, they go through everything. They do. When they check my blood pressure, I had to go back for 4 days in a row. It's not like in the States where they check your blood pressure and they're like, okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. No. They're going to do that for 4 mornings in a row to make sure what your blood pressure actually is. When I was doing testosterone shots here, that's another thing I got all my physical for. When I was getting my testosterone shots, because every man when you get older, right, I was doing my shots here. Man, them shots were so inexpensive, man, like $15, $10 for my shot. And I'm talking about major shots because we didn't have cheap insurance. So at the end of the day, all of this was I'm sitting there looking like I know these shots would be like $250, $300, $400 in the States. I know this exam, just my part. The copay. If I had the best insurance in the States, the Blue Cross Blue Shield, whatever, I know I'm coming out of at least $500 to $1,000 for my part of it. So to sit back and pay $3, $2 for major exams, got my veneers looking good. Got my veneers for the initial for $500. Once we step up to the next level of veneers, which we're doing next year, we're going to be paying $2,000. To where, as in the States, y'all paying $15,000, $12,000, $30,000 for a set of veneers. Yeah. For nice. Do you know how many brothers and sisters I see come down here? Kanye got his veneers in Cali. Cardi B, Cali. Tekashi 6ix9ine, Cali. All them entertainers that y'all see with all them nice teeth, Cali, Colombia. All them don't get it wrong. Remember what we said. What the secret is. Don't bring your tail here. We don't want y'all here. Don't just because I'm telling you, I live.
First of all, what are you talking about?
All you troublemakers, we don't want y'all here.
Jay, they don't even get veneers in Cali. What you talking about?
Yeah, don't get veneers in Cali. That's right. So I remember one dude came down. He had all this looking like MC Hammer. His wife looked at me. She said, "Andre, would you tell him?" I told that brother. I said, "Go ahead." I say, "Sister, all you gotta do is one thing. What? Step back. Let him go and get robbed." I say he gonna learn his lesson. I said, because he ain't gonna listen to you and he ain't listening to me. I say, so go ahead, let him go ahead and get robbed. Buy gold here. Colombia is the capital of emeralds. Buy your emeralds here. That don't mean everything you buy you got to wear, brother. Right here, right in front of us, I just so happen to have my Invicta watch collection. That doesn't mean that I'm wearing Invicta watches. Y'all see that Russian diver right there? Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that I'm wearing Invicta watches everywhere I go, because we all know how big Invicta watches are. I'm asking for it. Now, if I'm in a truck and we're going out to a nice dinner, nice restaurant, I might put one on. But that doesn't mean I'm going to. Yeah, in this case, her family got me for a Secret Santa for Christmas, right? And so, but my point is that you don't want to make the mistake of thinking that you have to flash in these countries that us brothers are talking about in order to really live the life and really enjoy women that you do. And you brothers that do flash, here's our message for you. Here we go back to the secret. Don't come here.
Yeah.
We don't want you here. We don't need you here. All you flashy dudes, two dudes we don't want come here. Flashy and insecure. Insecure, you mess up the price. Flashy, you mess up the prices. You mess up everything that you touch, you ruin. Do not come to our cities or our country. Here's what you do. Follow those YouTubers that keep telling you go to Rio, go to Sao Pablo, go ahead and go to Thailand, go ahead and go to Panama, to Mexico, wherever all you dudes that follow YouTubers, go there. Do not come to our cities because you are F boys. You F everything up, and we don't need you to come to our cities that we live in. We live here. This is not a rental car. Do not come and tear everything up in our cities and leave, and then we got to live with the repercussions. And then when it's real good dudes like Chapapa that want to come to Cali and say, I want to meet some women, and it only costs me for a mango in Cali 50,000, 60,000 compared to another city in Medellin where he paying 400,000 because you dudes mess up the price. We need you dudes to do us a favor. Keep on going to Medellin. Keep on going to Cartagena. Do not come here to Cali. Do not come here to Cali. We ain't got no clock tower for you. We ain't got no parquilleras for you. You keep on going to Cali. Don't come here and mess up what we've been working hard for all these years.
Hey, Chopper.
And the last thing, what Big K was talking about in regards to it ties up in insurance. Our neighbor downstairs, Terry, 80 years old, ex-nurse, white dude from Texas with his wife. Moved down here with their Social Security money. They got a maid. They got individuals that make sure that they're taken care of. They got cooks. Everything with Social Security money. With their regular Social Security check, they got maids. They got people that, I mean, every time you turn around, is somebody in there cooking, cleaning, sewing, putting something together. And Terry got his little cane. He come on out. Hey, Andre, how you doing? What's up, man? That's my dog, Terry. What's up, man? Old he's want to be. And his wife, older, and she's an ex-school teacher. And they have been traveling the world. They've lived in Portugal. They've lived in Ecuador. But a lot of her family is here in Cali, so they decided to move here in Cali. And I kid you not, they are living like kings and queens on Social Security. And they're my neighbors on the first floor in a really nice area of town. So they're paying the same amount that we're paying. So when I say it, not just us, even older people that have retired is like, man, I ain't got number Social Security. And I got to get the heck out of the United States. Last thing, the number one country that individuals that are retirees, 1.5 million Americans live in Mexico. The number one country where Americans retire is in Mexico because they still get that Latin family appeal. It's different between being in a nursing home in the United States and a nursing home in South America or in Central America, because you know Latin people have a family appeal compared to America looking for a profit appeal. So in the nursing homes in the United States, they look, come on, Jorge, you already know. In the nursing homes in the United States, they're looking for profit. In the nursing homes in other countries, they might be looking for a profit, but subconsciously they don't have a choice but to embrace and treat your family member like they're a family member.
Jorge, that's for you, man. That's for you, because you heard Dre say he's paying $125 a month together for him and his wife. Insurance, full coverage, life insurance. So Dre, I want to ask one more insurance question before I get to HD chilling question. Is it more susceptible for doctors to lose their license for malpractice in Colombia, or do they push that under the rug?
No, that's a stateside thing. Even though here in Colombia they do have insurance for if they leave a some cotton inside a swab inside of your body. There's no matter where you go in the world, they have that medical insurance to protect them. America ranks in the top 5 countries. I think top 5 or top 7 countries in the world for malpractice, for malpractice when it comes to surgeries and things like that. So I've met cancer dudes that have come down here to Colombia to get cancer surgery. I'm like, dude, what you doing out? Because I like to go to coffee shops. And I meet an American and like, well, what are you doing down here? He said, I just had cancer. I just get over my son was here and I just finished having my cancer surgery. I'm like, oh man, I'm glad to see you doing all right. He said, yeah. He said, I came here to Colombia because in America, my cancer surgery would have cost me almost $60,000. I said, well, how much you pay here? He said, just talking. He said, well, for my surgery, I paid like $1,200 out of my pocket. I ain't got insurance. He said for everything, being in the hospital, my nurses, the surgery, the doctor, everything, x-rays, make sure I was all right. I paid $1,200 walking out the door. I gave him that $1,200 like, thank you very much. I'm about to pay $60,000. And I met 2 white dudes so far that have come down here for cancer surgery just because American prices for the same surgery are so expensive.
Outrageous.
So Drake, what's the punishment for, say, a doctor or a hospital?
You can lose your license. Yeah, okay. You can lose everything. It's just like in the States. You can lose everything. Here in Colombia, you have to have a certification on top of your license.
Okay, because down here in DR, that happens a lot. From the hospital trying to double dip from the insurance payment.
No, you can't do that here.
And prescribing you medication that you don't need just so they can get that bread. Okay, that's good to know.
See, Colombians think as a unit. They move. You know how you see those birds that fly and it looks so beautiful because they're moving so fast in a unit. That's Colombia. And if you do something to break up or interrupt that unit of people, that's your tail. And so if a doctor were to do that or a hospital were to do that, that hospital would be shut down because it'd be all over the news. It would be politicians would be on top of it because they're thinking like my cousin could go to that hospital. Even though I'm a politician, my grandmother could end up in that hospital. So they are very like this, just like those birds, kind of like moving. No matter if you're black, you're white, doesn't matter if they have a huge level. A lot of people don't know this. Colombia has the most cultures in any country in the world. Colombia has over 85 different cultures in this small country that is the size of Texas. And so they all move like a unit. And if you try to interrupt that unit in a sense of doing something crazy, man, they on top of it. The media is on top of it in every city. It could be the other city over. And something happened and they are on top of it because you do not interrupt the unit. And we don't know about that. We just got the title of the United States, but it's a long time since we've been united.
Okay. So Jorge and Kels, you just got to Brazil. I don't know what health insurance we're looking at for you. So Jorge, if you want to go through your health insurance rundown.
My health insurance right now experience is like $74. It's like the top Humano. Covers pretty much everything, covers everything. My mom, she doesn't really have insurance yet. We're working on that. But I do most of her stuff out of pocket, and it's very affordable. Like just this month alone, I did a CT scan of her brain. That was $88. Back in the States, that would have been crazy amount of money. I did a sonogram and a mammogram. That was $11,000. So like $200 for a sonogram without having to wait in line. The same day. Yep. Done deal. We did that. Every time
I have a mammogram, of course, but I had they had to make sure that like I said, I had to have an MRI in the machine to check my whole body. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And you're right. I forgot about, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jorge. I forgot about the fact that I didn't have I don't know if it was American, but every time I've walked into the doctor's office, and I want to ask you this, every time that I walked to the doctor's office, I never had to wait any more than 20 minutes. I've never waited more than 20 minutes.
That's
Is it like that for you guys?
We go to most of the clinics here are going to be private clinics. You're not going to go to like a public hospital here. So for the most part, when you go into the private clinics and stuff like that, they're pretty much the wait time ain't bad, you know. Like for my mom, like we go probably like every other week to her doctor because of the dementia, and it'd be like $20. You know what I'm saying? No insurance, and maybe one or two people in front of her at the most. But I've never waited more than like 30 minutes. Never.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got so much. I saw you on a couple of live streams. And I thought you were just a regular brother that just moved down to DR. And I heard your story, man. I got so much respect for you. I never got a chance to tell you that, brother, but I want to give you your flowers right now. Man, you are probably one of the brothers, man. You're my top 10 respected brothers that I've ever seen, bro. Easily in my top 10. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are easily in my top 10 respected brothers. And so if anything, if we can get Chapapa, if you get an opportunity to drop the link for your channel into the chat line so dudes can subscribe, man. I'm telling you,
I don't have nothing on it yet, but
you don't have to. Just for dudes subscribe. Let us start right there.
That's okay. I've been telling
your story. Okay. Once dudes are in there and they finally see the journey of what you do, and you and your mom, man, I ain't got none but respect for you, man. It's like I said, you my top 10 dudes that I want to see on YouTube without a doubt. Because your story, your testimony, how you carry yourself, how you treat your mom, and it flows so well with your journey and the journey that you were able to bring your mom. I got a partner in Houston. He's trying to do the same thing with his dad that's going through the same thing and bring him down to Cali because he been coming to Cali for the longest. And so I always mentally veer back to your story, man. And so I'm glad that there's a brother out there that's doing it like that. So it doesn't matter if you don't have any in the videos on there yet. Let the subscriber count grow, and so when you do drop a video, we all can enjoy it.
Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, so that's why like most of my my views on DR is a little bit different than a lot of people. Like you said, I didn't come here like chasing the mangoes and stuff like that. So for me, I love the DR. I mean, for the healthcare that's cheap, the peace of mind that we have, and the quality of life, and obviously the cost of living. So for me, it's like every day is great here to me. You know, I mean, my main focus was, like you said, to make sure my mother was straight here. But I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man! I can't wait to get you on our channels, and because I want to have you on. You're going to be our first interview for not only for Love Crossing Borders. I want to get you on there, but because of you talking about it from if I say it about relocating and mental issues, it's one thing because my channel with mostly money, they're used to me. But to hear somebody else talk about, hey, if you're older and you're dealing with issues, I would recommend this. So I would love to interview you and drop that video on our channel and introduce you to a whole new group of people. Because our other channel, the one that we got the 100,000 for, we're at 100 and like almost going on the 110,000 people that watch the channel on a regular basis. So to be able to introduce you to that audience, and 85% of our audience are female, white, over the age of 65. So our channel is not for young people. So to hear your journey and hear your story, I really would like to share that on our channel. You be the first person that I actually sat back and shared their story in the journey of your mom on our channel. So I really look forward. So when you drop some videos, at least once you get the 4 videos just dropped, I really want to interview you so I can lead our channel into your channel, so you'll be able to share that journey with other individuals other than myself. Because like I said, I got a lot of older people that would love to hear your story.
I appreciate it. That's like my number one thing is I think we have a false misconception in the States where you have to have $1 million to retire, you know, and live comfortable. And I'll be the first one to say, I'm taking care of my mom. I'm taking care of the person that take care of my mom. And I don't have nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? And we live comfortable, so it can be done. It can definitely be done outside of the US, of course.
Yeah.
All right, so fellas, I got to run down these comments, but we saw one question about living in by the beach or inner cities in these countries. Let's start with you, Kel, since you just got to Brazil. What's important? What's better for you in your opinion, living by the beach or inner city in these other countries?
Is it a personal preference or is it a financial preference? Anywhere you go, if you live by the beach, you're going to pay more money. Things are going to be more expensive because pretty much tourist areas. If you don't mind living in the inner city and living 20 or 30 minutes away from the beach, you're going to save a lot of money. Like, for instance, in Puerto Plata, I can't say Puerto Plata is contaminated, but in Puerto Plata, 2 or 3 bedroom apartment might run you 25, 30,000 pesos. But in Santiago, it might be 15. You go to San Francisco to Marquarese, it's 10,000. The closer to the beach you get, the more expensive it's going to be.
Good point.
What about you, Jorge?
Nah, I would say the same thing. Obviously, a beach town is going to be. To me, I think beach towns are more limited. They have what the tourist needs, but as far as if you want like good hospitals, that's why I didn't move to like a beach town, because I was like, well, the hospital situation. You have more private clinics and hospitals here in Santiago than you're going to have in Puerto Plata or definitely Sosúa. If you have any type of medical emergency in Sosúa or in Puerto Plata, you have to come to Santiago or to the capital. They have like little drive-by night clinics and things like that where they might be able to patch you up, but you're not getting no real surgery done in Puerto Plata or Sosúa. That's not happening. So for me, it all depends, and like Kel says, it's definitely going to be more expensive too.
Okay. What about you, Drake? Because Colombia is a little bit different, being that a beach town is actually a beach state. Being an hour away by plane.
That's true. Colombia is so inexpensive. Like a round trip ticket is $50 to anywhere you want to go, if that much. I mean, we went to Cartagena. The family went to Cartagena. Round trip tickets for $25 a piece. So Andre, I don't want to be around y'all tourists.
Yeah.
And since I don't want to be around y'all tourists, I don't want to be around the people that beg y'all tourists. Since I don't want to be around the people that beg y'all tourists, I don't want to have to pay gringo prices that you tourists have put in place in your beach locations. So that's why I don't go to or live by the beach area. We could easily have lived in the beach area, but Andre and I have decided that it's not worth it doesn't give you a bang for your buck. And I gotta be stuck around y'all all day. I gotta see brothers. You know what I like about brothers? I can see y'all periodically. Hey, brother. No, I don't want to see y'all all the time. I want to see Afro-Colombian brothers. I don't want to see you American brothers. Why you think I left the country? To get away from you brothers. Why I think y'all left the country? To get away from me. So, so when it comes to tourists or beach towns, and take it from a guy from Tampa, in all sincerity, a beach city. When you live in a beach city, you're not going to enjoy it as a beach city anyway. So now you're paying all these extra prices that if you were in a beach town, beach city, Cartagena, you're only how many times you're going to go to the beach when you live there or enjoy the historical part when you live there. Not all the time, because in Tampa, maybe I probably went to the beach maybe twice a year, 3 times a year, and it's right down the street.
Yep.
So you'll be like that, and so it's not really beachy if you're not going to be celebrating it anyway. You're not going to be going to the sand all the time. So when you live there, and that's the part, guys. When you live in a country, there's a different. The difference between you and these gentlemen here, you're a tourist. We're routine. I'll repeat that. We have routines. We got routines when we get up. We got things that we do. We got responsibilities. We got necessities. You don't have that. You're a tourist. You're on fun time. So some of you are thinking that My tourist lifestyle is just like my no. When you live here, you have good days, you have bad days, you have depressed days, you have happy days, you have sunny days, you have cloudy days, just like you did in the States, but it just won't be as stressful as in the States or crazy as in the States. But you will have routine compared to that tourist mindset. So I love that HD Chillin asked that question, because I know a lot of guys will come here with the tourist mindset of the beach. But I promise you, take it from a dude that lived in a beach town in the States, you ain't going to the beach like that for real. So why are you paying those type of prices? And I have to agree with those guys. When Andre and I went to DR, our favorite cities were Santiago compared to Puerto Plata. We like Puerto Plata, but we enjoyed Santiago because it felt more routine. There wasn't a bunch of tourists around. It was everyday people, everyday restaurants. You had the monument you can enjoy. You had the clubs and the restaurants you can enjoy. But it was routine. It was everyday regular people, not like Puerto Plata or Sosua, to where you feel like everybody was a tourist. And so that was the difference. So if it were me, I couldn't live in a beach town. And I asked Andre that, and Andre said no. If we lived in DR, we would not live in a beach town.
Perfect. Thank you, Ed. HD Ed P. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you being active.
Shout out to HD, to Ed.
Dre, you got one more question from Haitian Gunman. But I was looking at this, and before you answer, I want to answer. Haitian Gunman, thanks for popping by in the chat. Check out the brother's channel, and you'll see.
She just did a video on this,
and you'll see if there's a fear, because you know it's different when your female counterpart can like pick up your lingo that you're bringing to another country. Pick up your lingo. Just I'll let you take that, Dre.
Can I answer this question?
Yeah, I was about to say I'll let him take it since I got so many videos on it.
After you, listen. I'm gonna go to arrogant mode.
Oh boy!
Do you feel like she'll leave you when you get older? No, because it's easier for me to find a beautiful woman than it is to find me something to watch on Netflix. That's it.
Andrea got that question last week on her live stream, and she did the video on dating older men. And the one thing she said, I already took that in consideration. I knew what the answer was. She said, I already talked to Andre. Listen, babe, I know that you're aging. That's why I got high blood pressure pills, because she took me to the doctor. That's why I sleep better, because when I was single, I was just out there wilding. She's like, babe, it's a certain time. I don't want you sleeping. I don't want you up late. You need to go ahead and be in bed, blah, 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 because we're going to be doing nasty stuff in the morning, and I need you to have energy in the morning. I'm like, all that stuff, everything. Andre is my workout, go to the gym partner. She has already come to the conclusion her man is older, so I got to make sure he's in the gym. I can't make sure I bring in sweets and all the crazy stuff in here all the time, because I know Andre like his chocolate. So I'm going to make sure he gets a little bit each week, but not too much. She is a person that's like that. But mind you, there are a lot of women in Colombia that love. She's got so many dudes in her family that these dudes are my age or older. I'm 55, 57, 58. Their wives and girlfriends are like 21, 27. And I'm talking about take care of these dudes like soldiers. They ain't thinking about you dudes in the States that got money. They are taking care of 57, 58, 60-year-old regular Colombian dudes, and they're happy in love. Andrea told the story. She said, y'all don't realize one of the YouTubers that are down here in Colombia, she's famous and she's a model, a supermodel. She's only 40 years old. She's got 2 kids. Her husband is 80 years old. And she said, I would never leave my man because I am so happy and I'm at peace because my man has the maturity that you young dudes don't have.
Exactly. Latin women know how to take care of man more than American women. Listen.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting on American women. I've not met one Brazilian woman, Colombian woman, or Dominican woman that didn't know how to cook and clean the house. And I'm not saying my woman gonna cook and clean my house. 90% of the time, Chopper know me. I'm gonna have a maid anyway, and I'm a chef. But I never met one Dominican woman, Brazilian woman, or Colombian woman that didn't know how to cook and clean a house. I've never seen that shit before. I just ain't never seen it.
Me neither. I haven't seen one either, yeah.
Dude, I haven't made my own. Like I always say, I haven't made my own plate of food, and I haven't taken the plate back to the kitchen in about 3.5 years.
Exactly. It was a guy on TikTok.
Literally, I could be sitting here. Andre will bring me a. If I was talking to y'all, and some of you guys have seen the live stream, if I was talking to y'all, Andre will come in and say, you need your drink freshened up? You need anything else, babe, before I lay down? You need anything? And I'll be like, babe, could you go give me this? And that's it.
It was a guy on TikTok or Facebook. He went viral. He made a video. He said, this is the difference between American women and Latin women.
Yeah.
You get your food.
Yeah.
And you get up, you take your plate in the kitchen, and you wash your plate. American woman's mom will be like, oh, you got you a good nigga.
I remember that video.
A Mexican woman, a Latin woman, why he taking his plate in the kitchen? How come he got to get his own food?
Man,
are you out your mind?
I don't have to say anything. Andre, mom and grandma,
listen.
Andre, grandma and mom be on her tail. Like, did you do this for Andre? Did you cook? Okay, let's say all the ladies are going out salsa dancing. Did you leave a meal for Andre? Did you cook for him? Did you make sure this was taken care of? Like, did you leave him a drink? Make sure he got his drinks in there. Do we got his beers? Do we need? I kid, before they just go out dancing, before they just go out, Andre does not leave. Andre will go to the gym before I do. And let's say I'm working out at night. I'm working all night and I'm sleeping. Andre will text me or call me, babe, I'm at the gym. I just left you, blah, 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 in the kitchen. It's in the stove, blah, blah, blah. All you got to do is hit. I don't know what it's like to take my own pick up. I'd be sitting here with you dudes. She will bring the plate in. I'm talking about, the plates, because usually she makes such a big meal. There's more than one plate. And then she bring it. Then a few seconds later, she'll bring in a drink, and then she'll come every few seconds. She'll come back in, and she'll like, okay, you finish it? You ain't finished yet? Okay. I'll come back when you finish. I'm like, no, babe, give me a few minutes. I'll be on like the last few bites, and she'll come back in a few minutes and get everything. But realize this. Here's the kicker. My wife is an accountant. My wife is a business manager. We ain't talk about no sister like you dudes, like the pros, the broke chicks. My wife got her degree. My wife has managed. She's been the manager of bars, clubs, restaurants. She's done it all. She translates documents, everything. So we're not talking about no broke chick. This is part of Colombian, Latin, South American culture. If you got money, if you are in politics or a doctor in Colombia and you're a female, as soon as you take your butt back home for reunion, go and get your daddy a beer, make your uncle a plate. Go your little nephew, he need it. But I'm a senator, like your mama and your grandmama just said. Go and make your daddy a plate and go and get your uncle a plate. And
you still a woman though. You're a woman.
It doesn't matter. See, in the States, women are like my position, and that don't mean nothing here in Colombia. Yeah, when it's all said, and this is the part I love. The men ain't gonna say nothing. It's the women, your mama, your grandmama, your aunt. They see Andrea nails get too long, so you ain't cooking no more, huh? I'm like, what? I cook almost every day. Look at them nails. You got them manicured and they all clean. You can't be cooking with them nails. You ain't clean. Andrea said, I wear gloves. She's got to explain to I'm talking about all the women. I'm not talking about, dude, I would sit up there and see Andrea like in the middle, her aunties, cousins, all of them. Because, she like fashion and style. Like, so you two, they looking at her like you are too fashionable, too stylish, look at you. And they looking at her like, not in an angry way, but they making sure, are you taking care of Andre?
You don't forget her place.
Man, let me act like I got a cold. Man, it's phone calls all day long. How's Andre doing? The ladies, how's Andre doing? What you doing? You get him this. You make sure he had that. Okay, here's what you do. You take some garlic and put it in there with the lemon. The ladies are on her. And it don't matter what time of night it is. They own her.
And here's the key. You don't settle down until you find that. You don't settle down in one of these countries until you find that. If they don't treat you like you're the prize, you do not settle down. But it's like Andre just said, jokers are gonna rush. The first pretty face that shaves their back or give them a little tea in the morning or do whatever for a couple days, they're gonna jump out the damn window and take over all their bills. No, I got the same routine in my house, man. I'm talking about we be having, it'd be like restaurant food. Chopper will tell you.
Man, listen, yo, listen, yeah. Dre dropped the blueprint for Colombia. But for those of you guys who can't get rid of DR, make sure y'all subscribe to Jorge's channel, because every day on this man's Facebook or WhatsApp, it's looking like I don't even know what to compare it to. Food Network every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, food on the table, and he doesn't even have a relationship. This man has the blueprint on how you need to function in DR. Make sure you guys he's going to be posting up a lot of shorts.
I just myself. I subscribed already. So
when I tell you every day like clockwork, food on the table for him, his mom.
Clockwork. Hey, Dre, if we out at 11:40, 11:45, we about to pull up to the house, we don't even have to think about if the food is on the table at 12 o'clock. But that's the thing, though. You bring a certain level of security. I guarantee your wife feels 100% secure around. She know you ain't out there chasing tail, acting crazy. She knows you ain't going to be disrespecting her. She knows that you have a stable financial situation. Why wouldn't she give you that? Right? And if she's
not stupid.
Exactly. But wait, time out. Kelvin, I'm glad you're here. Because I brought this one up to live. There's people here. I'm going to speak here in the DR specifically because that's where I've been for the past 2 years, going on 3 years. You could give that over that to people here, and like the word Kelvin said, they don't know how to react. They're like,
no.
2 + 2 is 10. Listen, but to this day, people don't know who my girlfriend was in the Dominican Republic. You understand what I'm saying? That's my real.
The thing is,
she's got a good job. She's got a master's degree. You'll never see her nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? She's far away from the gringos.
Here's the thing, though. If you don't find,
I don't want to steal somebody's quote. We're older men. The younger generation of women don't know how to treat us. We were all raised. You support your family, you take care of your family, you work, you do this and you do that.
Well, you can't say that. You
were taught, you take care of your man, you take care of your family, you cook and clean. But the newer generation wasn't taught that. That's why we find it difficult.
But Dre's wife was 27.
But look, you trying to fit a square peg through a round hole. Most of these women can't cook.
You talking about stateside women?
I'm talking about stateside women.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about.
The Latin American culture is totally different. So we come here because a Dominican, Brazilian, Colombia, Ecuadorian, don't matter. If she ain't in America, she's going to cook, clean, wash clothes, take care of her man, put her man first. American women, they talk, take care of yourself, do what you want to do. I've never in my life heard a man in America say, I don't need no woman. I don't need no woman. I've never heard a Dominican, Colombian, Argentinian, none. No woman here ever says that. But every day in America, I don't need no man. Their mama telling them, you don't need no man. The auntie, you don't need no man. And what it has got us?
It's sad.
Mm-hmm. Like Javier said, first thing my mother-in-law says on the phone after hello, did Javier eat already today? Javier was Dominican.
Twice.
I swear that sounds just like Andrea's mom. Just like that. Man, listen, they be on Andrea because she don't iron my clothes. because I like to iron my own clothes. They be on Andrea because so you don't iron clothes, and Andrea like no, but we raised you. Andrea been cooking since she was 11 years old. She told this on her live stream. She said my dad would say, I don't care if the food is horrible, cook it again, I'm gonna eat it. Cook it again, I'm gonna eat it. You get better. Cook it again, I'm gonna eat it. See, I could taste it. It's getting better. Cook it again. And so as time progressed, she began to cook while her mom was teaching her how to iron clothes. And she was like, I iron for my brother, his school uniform, my school. She said, I'm 11 years old. My brothers use school uniforms, my school uniform, my dad work uniform. She said, I'm ironing everything. She said, now I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I don't like ironing clothes. And I was like, don't worry, because I'm cool with ironing clothes. So we ain't gotta have you doing everything. But I'm like, you got your business, you got clients, you got because she's got some major clients when it comes to accounting too. So it's not like she got like some regular just plus she does taxes. Tax season in Colombia is in August. So she's got that going on, and she's got regular corporate clients that she's got going on. So when I say this, we're not talking about them poor, broke females that a lot of you dudes deal with that ain't got no education, ain't got no goals. We're talking about everyday decent women, and they don't have to have degrees or anything. But we're talking about there are some good women that you guys are overlooking, and you keep trying to turn pros or the bottom feeders into good women when you all you need to do is just a simple thing: get a good woman. They're out there.
Down. All they gotta do is slow down.
Jorge, say it again, brother.
Slow down. My thing is, they'll come over here. The chick don't got no job. She ain't got no degree. She ain't, like you said, it's nothing wrong with that. Ain't got no job, don't got no degree, ain't got no money, and you putting her in a house with somebody to cook, clean, and do everything for her. When she's in the house, you just have her sitting around doing nothing. Sitting around doing nothing just for that couple minutes of fame. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
The other thing is, I told her dad when I first met her dad, I said, I'm not looking for a wife. He was like, okay. He said, what you looking for? I said, I'm looking for a family. I say, so I'm not looking at Andrea. I'm looking at all y'all. All y'all own land or property. All y'all got careers over 30 years. You've been with your wife at the time period I met them. They were celebrating their 25th anniversary. They just celebrated their 30th anniversary. They got other family members that are 21 years, 22 years. I say, I'm looking at the family. I look at how grandma moved. Grandma was with granddad for 30 years before he passed on. They all still own the houses and the property and apartment complexes and all that. And so I'm like, this the family dynamic that I'm a part of. So when you choose a woman, guys, what type of family dynamic does she come from? She fine. I get you, brothers. I know she fine as can be. But if mom broke, dad broke, grandma broke, granddad broke, guess who you gonna be paying for? Not your girl. All them broke people in her life.
That's bars. That's bars, man.
So I didn't look for a wife. I looked for a family when I came to Colombia.
Hey, Dre, but she looks so good, though, Dre. She looks so good. You don't understand, Dre. She is fine. She got long hair. Her body is a Coke-shaped body. But look, they'll look for that Coke-shaped body with the fake ass, fake lashes, fake nails, fake hair.
Fake hair.
iPhone 13, but then they'll be like, oh, all she want is money, though. All she want is money, though. Like,
rule number one. Wait. I told Chapapa this a long time ago. If I meet a chick and listen, if your phone is better than my phone,
or have you say the same thing.
You sound racist. If you got a better phone than me, we can't be together.
Hey, Dre.
I know that sounds fucked up. We can't be in a relationship.
I can look at them. I can just look at them. I look at what Dre said. If the nails are all long, I know you ain't working. I can look at them and tell, ask Chapapa, and tell pretty much, okay, is it a working or is it a regular or this and that? Just by the way they carry themselves, the way the fake hair extension. No regular chick that has a regular job is paying 30,000 pesos, which is almost $500 for some fake hair. or damn nails, fake ass nails. Like they not doing
eyelashes, the fake eyelashes for 1,000, 2,000. Man, I want to get to some of y'all comments because we about to.
I ain't even lie. When I went to DR, I saw a lot of fake stuff. Me and Andre looking like we went into the nail shop and the hair shops like we were walking into museums. Ooh,
fake Amazon ass.
Because you don't see it in Colombia.
Hey,
and so we're looking like we were in a mall. Like, hey, let's go into this hair shop. We just looking like, wow, they got this much in DR. They don't talk about this on YouTube.
Nah.
Only on Chapapa TV. We gonna
there you go.
But they're gonna be like, oh, but all she want is money. All she want is money. What do you think? What do you think? All right, be funny.
Okay, Jason.
Come on, man. You guys are coming across women who, if they have 30,000 pesos and rent at 6,000, instead of covering rent for maybe 2 months, they would rather go out and change their hair color for 8,000 pesos. I want that to sit with you guys.
Correct.
Rent is 6,000 pesos. You give them 30,000, they would go and change their hair color for 8. It's happened. I have
a 30-second story. I've seen a Dominican woman on Friday with 60 or 70,000 pesos, and their rent was 6,000 pesos on Monday. Do you think they saved enough money Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to pay their rent on Monday?
Hold on, you said 60,000.
They went and bought a new phone, new clothes, and other shit they didn't need.
You said 60,000 pesos?
60,000 pesos on Friday, but on Monday they broke and can't pay their rent. It's called common sense.
But it's just that guys, for the most of us, we're lazy. You see, Andre did all the legwork. Hey,
3 years.
Most people, they want to come to these countries, and like Andre said from the beginning, is they on that vacation mode. You're gonna burn out. You're gonna run around the wrong crowds. You're gonna be in the wrong hoods with them females. You're gonna see fights and people getting robbed and bottles getting thrown because you're on vacation mode. Once you settle down and slow down, you're not gonna come across that type of stuff. Because like Dre said, if you vetting and you talk, meeting the parents, meeting her friends, they all flock together. If they ain't no way somebody from a regular class Dominican, they kid gonna be walking into the house with a iPhone 13, 70,000 pesos. They can be like, where you get this from? You know what I'm saying? Where you get it from?
Like I said in the last live stream, I was like, when we go to the gym, sometimes we'll go at night. It's 8 o'clock or 7:30 at night or 7 o'clock at night. And I see the females in there, they're single. She's single. How do you know, Dre? Most men are not going to let their woman be out when it's dark in South America. That's not going to happen in the name of I'm going to the gym. So she's got to be single. B, she can afford to go to the gym. Okay, so I know that she can afford to go to the gym. C, the buses stop riding at a certain time at night in Colombia. So I know that she either's got a bike or she got a car. So I know that parking lot is not full of bikes. So she's got one of those cars in that parking lot. Yep. So she got a car. She's single. She's got to have her own place that she's going to because she dang sure ain't going at 8 o'clock at night to go take care of no kids. And she can afford to take care of gym membership. All that from just walking into a gym and analyzing the fact, and I'm in a relationship, analyzing the fact that, okay, the only way that these women can pull this gym off is bam, bam, what bam, bam. She got? and I'm not, but you know what? If she got that type of phone, I bet you she can afford it. If she can afford to go to the gym, afford to buy a bike or buy a car, you see what I'm going with that?
Yeah.
But check it out. Dudes that come to our countries don't check for chicks that go to the gym. They don't check for them chicks. They checking in Parque Yaris. They checking at the clock tower in Cartagena.
Hey, Dre, hold on, because Jorge got some game about the gym stuff that be going on. Even the gyms, well, for DR, even in the gyms ain't safe. But get into these comments. Javier is dropping some gems, and that's how you know Javier is from DR. He said her hair is only long if it's in a ponytail. Ponytails are good signs, fellas. Good signs. The ponytails. Humilde are the ponytails. He also says, I told y'all they will buy a new phone before underwear.
Hey, Andre, that's what I tell Chopper. I be like, go. Most guys, they be sleeping in, you know, when they're on vacation till 10, 11, 12. The best time to go out and look for a nice lady is, for me, in the morning time when they on their way to work. You know she going to a damn job. Wait, them professionals, like we say, they don't wake up until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12, 12 noon. A chick that's out on getting a taxi or taking the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 times out of 10, she's going to work. So I'm like you. I'm very observant of what's going on.
Right. And plus Colombia got 2-hour lunches. So she on lunch break for 2 hours. You get to holler, but you don't holler. You walk past that 2-hour lunch break chick so you can go head back to the clock tower. And nobody's there, or you go back to the Parque Yeras because you just woke up and you trying to get as many pros as you can. You can't get mad at the women in South America. I like what one dude said. He said, I'm 42 years old. He said, and I have yet to meet a good woman. That's because you are choosing the right one, bruh. I mean, the wrong ones. That's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
There are more good women. Okay, let's say in Cartagena, for example. Let's say Cartagena has 500,000 women of age in looks that you can enjoy. Let's say 500,000. You telling me there's 500,000 women up under the clock tower. Let's just say we talk about just a percentage of those, just a small percentage of those women. Let's just say about 25%. You telling me there's 100,000 women under the clock tower. Let's say 12%. You telling me it's 50,000 pros under the clock tower in Cartagena. Okay, let's break it down even further. Let's just say 5%. You telling me it's 5,000 women under the clock tower that are the type of women that you want. The women that you guys mess with are a small percent. Let's say 2.5%. Let's say 200. Let's say 2,500 women. You telling me there's enough to fit 2,500 women in the clubs and under the clock tower in Cartagena? I've been there plenty of times. There's not enough room to fit that many people.
Nope.
It would be like a concert, and the police would be everywhere with that many pros. You keep picking the wrong ones. You choose those ones. And based off of what the brother Jorge just said, the number is 2 things that you guys keep doing. You lazy as hell. You want everything to be microwave as soon as you go off the plane, just like it's popcorn. And B, you are not patient. You want to treat even when you move here as if everything is on tourist mode. And we keep trying to tell you who live here have a routine. This is not a game. It is like Jorge said, slow down and it will come to you. All of a sudden, one day you in the gym, you glance over, she looking at you, and you looking at her, and you put that rack down, and you walk over to her and converse, and you'd have met the one that you was looking for, and she sit up there and said, well, I work for so-and-so and so-and-so. You know how many females that I met that work for politicians down here because of being patient?
Dre, so
I met Andre in a mall right down the street because I was patient. You dudes are thirsty. So do not try to sit back and be 42-year-old. I ain't met a good woman. You thirsty. You come down here with your thirst and try to think everything's going to be microwave. And you ain't met no good women because you don't get out of the 500,000 I talked about in Cartagena. You don't give the other 490,000 women that could be your type in Cartagena a chance. So don't try to sell us on this live stream, talk about ain't no good women. You choose that trash. You choose bottom feeders, you choose pros and try to make a pro into a housewife. That's on you, bro. So while I'm sitting back laughing at you with my popcorn in hand, you can't get mad at me for laughing at you.
Nope.
Dre, that's my dog from the military. You gave him a stern talking to, but his problem is he can't get out the matrix.
That's on him.
So
hey Dre, so we have to talk. We can't just wave money. We got to talk to him, Dre.
What?
You
We
gotta
talk.
You
We
gotta
gotta
learn
actually have
Spanish.
conversations. You
You
mean I
gotta learn
gotta actually
Spanish.
at least try to learn some form of Espanol? At least some.
Yo, I'm telling you, I don't be having those type of experience. Like I don't know. Like I don't know
what he's talking about for
me
real.
neither, I don't be having those type of experience. Like all the people that I've dealt with been nice people to me. Like to be honest, I don't have those type of experience.
You know my problem.
Look, can I say something real quick? Because Chapapa, real quick, Chapapa said something about his boy can't get out. He in the military. He can't get out right now. And I want to use the term right now because Chapapa didn't say it, but in my mind I thought he can't get out the matrix right now. Is it that situation? He can't right now. Responsibility.
We served. I think we got out around the same time, but right now he has like those matrix obligations where he's working on it. We speak, but it's just some brothers that just need like this live stream right now, this push. Like somebody commented earlier, Jay said that you motivated them at 35 to get their life together and just leave. This is what happens when we come together. This is why I get Kels here from Brazil. He's an hour ahead of us. This is why I have Jorge here, you here, me. I'm just the narrator, man. This is why I'm here to like motivate the right brothers. Bottom feeders, scumbag, I can stay home. Throw your passport in the toilet. Don't come. Yeah. But the right people who just need that push, that direction. Like I don't know where to go. This is just shut up and listen, brothers. Take your time.
They can't use the excuse of I'm taking care of mom. Because Jorge is living proof that you can live this and take care of mom at the same time. And my boy is doing it that comes here to Cali periodically on a regular basis. Dude, you can't sit back and say, well, it's because of incarceration and they won't let me get a passport. Dude, I did 10 years in the feds. So you can't tell me nothing about incarceration and getting a passport. My point is, most of our excuses, even if you say, you know what, I don't retire from my job until 15 years. Start, like Jorge said, be patient.
Set something up.
Lay your foundation. Dude, it took me three years to move to Colombia. I'm not talking about the 5 I've been living here. It took me 3 years because I was like, my money ain't in that position. I still got credit debt. I still got this big truck this F-150 that I'm paying on. I got this big $250,000 house in Riverview, Florida. So anybody from Florida already know where Riverview is. So I understand what it's like to have those obligations. My mom was still alive at the time period. Grandma was still alive. Once the matriarchs passed on, mom and grandma, okay, cool. I got rid of that truck with the payments and at that time period, gas was $5 a gallon back in the day. I got rid of that. The house I sold, so I moved into an apartment. I had to mentally get myself ready because I was wondering, why am I cheating so much in the States? Any female I was with, I'm cheating, and I wasn't cheating like you guys may cheat like 1 or 2 chicks. No, I'm like 161 chicks. So I wonder, like, what is wrong with me? If I cheat, I'm going off the rails. I went to counseling to find out that my family came from talking to the counselor. I found out that my whole family has addictive patterns. My dad, my mom, and my sister with drugs. My brother, when it came to certain things. My grandma. I found out that on my mom and dad's side, from talking to the counselor, okay, Andre, you got to be in control because you got the Hulk in you, babe, David Banner. So when you go to Colombia and South America, you can't cheat. Why? Because you can't cheat with one chick, Dre. Why? Because it's gonna be 261, 361, and if you want to build something as far as your online brand, you can't cheat with one. It ain't in you like that. So what you need to do, take that addictive behavior and use it for business and make money. Crypto, branding, and NFTs. Use that addictive behavior. Don't lose it, but use it in a positive way. But some of you dudes sit back, y'all trying to talk to us as if we don't know what you're going through. We know what you're going through. Man, we talk to you in this moment and it seems easy, but the journey that we went through was not an easy journey to get to this point in time. Somebody else also dropped a comment in regard, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Somebody else dropped a comment in regards to, if you bring her to the States, she'll change because she had to change, blah, blah, blah. Bruh, man, Andre already had this talk. if I bring her to the States, I gotta change. She ain't never seen 9 to 5, Andre. Never. Your woman who you got in DR ain't never seen a 9 to 5 you. She ain't never seen me drive through no traffic in Tampa for an hour and a half on my way to Orlando trying to get to that job. That female in the States ain't never seen you in DR or in Colombia or in Brazil, ain't never seen you have to drive through traffic. So the person who you are, that person ain't never seen. So don't even trip if she changed, cause bruh, you gonna change so much, she might not want to F with you.
Exactly. And
You
you
might
can't
want
get
to say,
mad at
why
that.
you coming in the house with an attitude every day? You wasn't like that when you was my man in DR. So why y'all tripping on if the lady gonna change? Dog, realize you gonna change. Your change gonna happen faster than hers because you got to get your butt right back to work. And she
Back to
ain't
work.
never seen that right back to. She ain't never seen you deal with no white man telling you that y'all can't get no cab because y'all black. She ain't never seen that. She ain't never seen you get pulled over by a police officer in the States. She gonna see a whole new you. So why you worrying about when she get to the States, she gonna change? Bruh, when you get to the States, you gonna change. You worrying about if she gonna leave and change on you. She might just say, I'm going back to DR. Why? Because I ain't never seen you. I ain't never seen this side of you. You different. And I'm taking my butt right back to my family. So don't worry about the woman gonna change. You got to think about what changes you gonna be making when you get her back there.
And if she changes on you after the States, that just means you have to vet better.
Absolutely correct.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I 100% agree with you, because that's the same thing as my story. Had to downsize. Definitely, I had to downsize. Man, to keep it 100, to be 100% honest with y'all, like, I came 3 months before that. Like in December, and we was just coming from vacation. Man, to be honest, I have of my upstairs, I have 4 bedrooms, right? Kitchen, all normal. But downstairs, I had an in-law suite, like a basement apartment for my mother. It's a kitchen, bathroom, 1-bedroom apartment, pretty much say. Hey, you know where I slept for the last 3 months? I slept on a couch downstairs before I came here. Slept on the couch so that I can rent the top. I was on the couch for like 3 to 4 months. People was like, man, George, you crazy. I'm retired from the government. I'm retired. You know, have my own little trucking company. I'm not making a crazy amount of money, but the number one thing that we have to do in the States is downsize. We have to downsize, and then sacrifice. You got to sacrifice. Like, I was sleeping on the couch, and I'm telling you, the same people back in the States right now that was like, George, you're crazy. I can't believe you doing this, you doing that. Guess what? They're going to work tomorrow. I get to wake up to my breakfast being made, go to the gym, because I chose to sleep on a couch so my mother can keep the room and she was comfortable. I didn't care about being comfortable. She comfortable, I'm good. So you got to sacrifice. You know, you don't need the $800 car note no more if you want to move. You don't need the $800 car note. You don't need the big ass house like Dre said. You might need the downside. You might need to rent a room from a friend. Okay, I'm gonna put some money away. Instead of paying the $2,000 a month, I'm gonna rent a room for $600, $700 a month. Do that for 2-3 years. Trust me, it ain't no perfect timing. You can set the foundation, but shoot, my timing, I had to come in 30 days. I wasn't ready to come yet, but I did the downsizings through the years that I was able to come. But I don't have no money. I'm not rich. Like, oh, I got $1 million sitting back in the States just chilling. Nah.
Me either. And you don't need it. It's kind of funny that you would mention the couch, and I'll let you go ahead, Kay. It's kind of funny that you mentioned the couch. My last trip that I had to make before I officially moved to Colombia, I had given an apartment. I moved everything here. Everything here is furnished. We're great. We're happy. But I had to go back to the States because I hadn't had my visa yet here in Colombia yet. So I had to go back for my final time. And I slept on my boy couch for the last 90 days. When I first got there, my first week, I was so sad, depressed. He was like, Dre, what's the matter? I said, man, I'm all sleep on the couch. He said, Andre, your life is not here anymore. You supposed to be sleeping on the couch. All your furniture is in another country. All your clothes, except for the few things that you brought, is in another country. Your vehicles and everything who you are, your woman is in another country. You're supposed to be uncomfortable in the United States. You're not supposed to be comfortable here anymore. Nothing here is you anymore. And when I was sleeping, after he told me that, I was like, I was comfortable sleeping on that couch because I understood my life and everything that was important to me was no longer in the United States. Things and people who I love was there, but my life was no longer in the United States. And it brought me so much peace to sleep on his raggedy couch. Shout out to my dog, to sleep on this couch for those 90 days before I officially moved to Colombia 5 years ago.
Yep.
What you got, Kels?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, I know it's about to be 1 o'clock in Brazil right now.
That's right.
It's been like 2 hours and 30 minutes. I gotta go. I had I didn't know it was gonna run this long.
Man, me neither, man. That's
man, y'all on the live stream. Y'all know better.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get lost in the flow of conversation. But Kels, I appreciate you stopping by. For those of you asking, Kels does not have a channel, but I'm gonna go visit the brother next month after I handle this business in Colombia for a few days.
And the last thing I want to say is, I never told y'all what city I was in because I don't want you people coming here.
That's for real. Go to Medellin. Go to Rio.
Go to Medellin.
Go to Rio.
So y'all heard him. Any videos I do in Brazil next month, I can't drop the location, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But
there you go,
fellas. We got lost, like Dre says, the live stream, man. You just get lost in the flow of conversation. It's about to be 12 o'clock here in DR. If you guys are watching, let's finish up with some last minute questions, comments, concerns. Michael Ray says, I'm retired military and I want to relocate my family, wife, and 7-year-old son. I want to know which country would you guys think would be the best to look into?
Me personally, I mean, you DR brothers can say, I'm going to keep this one short finally. It depends on if you want to be in a country that has a little bit more choices. Like I said, Colombia is, I would like some coffee. Thank you, babe. What did I just say?
Right on cue.
I love you.
You guys see this YouTube? That's how it's gotta be.
Was I lying? And
look at that.
I know, right? And you know what? This like the second or third time I was on YouTube. I was on YouTube and doing the live stream, and I was like, "Yeah, my wife, blah blah blah." And Andre came. She did that to Zoom to Thailand, and I was with Richie, and she came in, and as soon as I said it, Andre came in like Miller said. She had just come from the club. That's the crazy part. She had just come from the club, and she was like, "Boom, do you want some coffee?" Blah blah blah. I'm about to make some coffee, and so, but my last thing is that if you're looking for a country that has a lot more variety, because remember, Colombia is the size of Texas, but it has 5 states on the inside of it, and each state is different. So you have your coastal states. Colombia is the only country in the world that's based off of 2 oceans, the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, and you connected to the Amazon jungle out back, so you're getting fresh oxygen from around the world. So it depends on what you're looking for. It could be, we could recommend countries that may not fit you, and you could be zooming to Thailand, and that could fit you best. So the first thing that you want to do is just schedule a time to visit DR or visit Colombia or other countries, Ecuador, Brazil, and to see which one best fits for you.
Mm-hmm. And your budget, like you said,
that's
for you. And I mean, DR is nice. The reason I like DR, even though I'm half Dominican, is because they make everything easy as far as like, even if you overstay, you just pay the thing. I know in Colombia, y'all gotta get the.
It's the same thing here.
Oh, okay.
I got partners that stayed over like 500 days, paid their little fee.
Oh yeah.
And they were able to come back. One dude, he did it like at the end of the year. He was like, "Can I come back next month?" And in 3 days, he was like, "Yeah." And so he went on back to the States for 3 days, visited his adult children, and came right on back to Colombia.
If you come here, though, one thing you definitely got to be you got to pack your patience. Don't think that things run smooth and fast like in the States. Remember, you going to a different country. It's not gonna run like the States. Don't have those expectations.
For me, I'm gonna tell you, I go to Colombia. I'm kidding. Now, like what they both said, take the time to go to all the countries that's on the list and spend time there, get to know the people, the culture, what it has to offer in terms of insurance, hospitals, the school, the people. Can you adjust to being a gringo or being the gringo for a while in that country? Things like that. But definitely what the country has to offer and where the dollar goes stronger for you. Definitely.
That's true. That's so true. I like how you put it with the would you be comfortable as a gringo in that particular country? Because that's a really good point. Kind of like the lead attorney. Lead attorney loves Mexico. He loved the small towns of Mexico. He lived there for 5 years. And so he's like, when I finally make the final trek outside the United States, that's where I'm going back to my small towns in Mexico. So you're right. Go to where you feel like your gringo is appreciated.
Yeah. And like I said, it might work for you in DR. It might not. It might work for you in Colombia. It might work for you in Ecuador, whatever. If you guys watching the channel, my mental clock has been slowly winding down here in the DR. So looking to definitely move my behind over to South America, Latin America. We're gonna keep it moving. Dre, look at this one right here. Ryan T says it's not the same in Colombia. They deported me and blocked me from the country for 4 years for overstaying the visa. Jeez.
Yeah, and they should have, because you're not telling us the whole story. Because I already know of a few people that overstayed and all they had to do was pay. So Ryan, no disrespect, but we don't know your whole story in regards to why they blocked you for 4 years. And if they blocked you for 4 years, yeah, brother, it's more to your story than what you just telling. No, Andre, I'm telling you, I just stayed over like 4 days and they just bro. No. I know Colombia. No. And if they blocked you for 4 years, it's a reason why you got blocked for 4 years.
That got to be something drastic. But
because it could be something that you didn't file for your extension the first time. Like you stay here the first 90 days, and you like, forget it. I'll just stay over. When all you had to do was extend for the next 90 days, which was only $30, and you'd have been able to stay over the next 90 days. Now, let's say over that 180 days, you decide I'm gonna ride it out another 200 days. Colombians like, we ain't got no problem with that. Pay the fee. But Ryan's situation could have been, and I'm just guesstimating, he didn't even try for the first extension. He just said F Colombia and just decided to just ride on out for another 200 days. And Colombia like, so you just gonna F us. You ain't gonna try for the first time that you got your extension. You just gonna ride out, huh? Okay, this is what we doing? Yeah, you can ride out for 4 years.
Colombia ain't DR. Hold on, you got it right here. He said there's no story. I overstayed once and paid a fine. Second time I did it, they deported and blocked me for 4 years.
Thank you. They should have. They should have. You overstayed once, you paid the fine. You did it again, don't come back. They should have did it, without a doubt. We got laws in the United States. They got laws in these other countries. Just because we're Americans doesn't mean that we're miraculous. We don't have superpowers to sit back, and the American dollar is not as amazing everywhere as we try to pretend it to be. So yeah, you overstayed, yeah, and you paid the fine when you should have went ahead, didn't overstay, and then you came back again. You want to do it again? All right. Yeah. Colombia said, we got something for you. Go on back to the States and sit your butt down for 4 years if you want to come back here. We suggest you go to Ecuador. And all you had to do was just go over to Ecuador for a day or two and come back. And you couldn't do that? Yeah, you go ahead and sit your butt down in the States for 4 years.
Yeah, it ain't DR. DR, they don't care. They be like, take as long as you want. Just pay that nice little fine when you leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you should have got blocked for 4 years. You better be happy it wasn't longer than that.
Jorge, is that
you better possible? Be happy you wasn't in love with somebody here and somebody beating your girl back in for the next 4 years.
Jorge, is that possible, getting blocked, coming back into the DR for the visa?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea. I'm pretty sure they can. I mean, every country can block people from coming in and out, but they can put you on the block list. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Easy.
You can't tell a country policy F you. F you. I'm gonna do it my way. Okay, cool. That wouldn't happen in DR. You're right, but this is Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
This is South America. Those are Caribbean islands. This is South America.
So
you want to play? You want to treat the Caribbean islands? You want to treat South America like it was a Caribbean island? You paid the piper, and now your story, your tale can be told by somebody else. So I'm glad that you told your story, brother. But at the end of the day, it was you that did it. I ain't never went through that. You know why? Because I never put myself in that position. I never have. You put yourself in that position to where they could tell you, don't come back to our country for 4 years. You did it. I ain't gonna be sitting up here babysitting you. You're a grown man.
Listen, y'all don't confuse Colombia for DR. DR is the stepping stone below Colombia.
And some of them dudes that sit back and try to do it in DR, I'll say 90% to get through. But one of you dudes, DR gonna say, don't come back. Don't come back. And you might be the one.
Yeah.
But Chapapa said, Chapapa for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Chapapa out of here.
That's what my point is. My point is 9 out of 10 might get through by just paying a little fine. But do you want to be number 10? Is it worth being number 10?
That's
like I said with my boy, 8 out of 10 probably got through in Colombia. But do you want to be one of the 2 that they told you can't come back for 4 years? You sit your little happy tail down somewhere.
That's the thing. Like, people travel sometimes, they just think that you don't have no rules. It's just like open season. Like, nah, that's not.
Yeah.
Listen, just because the citizens here live like open season, don't mean your happy ass can do open season.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you definitely don't want to be in no foreign jail. Like,
for real, because it ain't the States.
Hell nah. Here
it is.
They don't even give you food in jail here. They don't give you food.
Here in Colombia either.
Like,
people got to bring your food. Families got to bring your food.
It's like 40 of y'all in one cell sleeping on the floor, and
ain't no
definitely
a bucket,
man.
A bucket for 40 dudes. And whoever the leader inside of there is the one that dictates if you can use that bucket or not.
And you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay.
And your family gonna pay to make sure that you can use that bucket and bring them food at the same time.
I don't be understanding when sometimes guys come here and just like, man, why can't you just enjoy, respect, and then go home? Like, I don't understand why you gotta, man. And then they put themselves in a jam and they be like, man, they don't know what to do next. Nah, not me.
And the U.S. Embassy ain't gonna do nothing for you. The embassy don't do nothing for you. You can forget about that one. You've been watching too many movies. The U.S. Embassy is gonna look at you like we'll tell your people that you in jail. That's all they're gonna do. Ma'am, Tyrone got his tail locked up. Where my baby at? Well, he here in Colombia. Where is he? Well, we can't tell you all that. We just wanted to call you, let you know your baby got his stupid tail locked up in Colombia. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's all they can do.
And she gonna be like, "You're not gonna send Sylvester Stallone?
We ain't about to send no Rambo, no Rambones, no rambunctiousness, no Ram nothing. We ain't gonna send the LA Rams, no Ram, nothing that goes with Ram, ma'am, is gonna go rescue your son. Nobody's gonna rescue your child for doing some stupid stuff in our country because they feel like, first of all, Colombians already ticked off with y'all for misspelling their name anyway. It's Colombia, not Columbia, like in North Carolina. So they already pissed about that. And then you want to come here and treat their country like it's a rental car, tear it up and go back home? Yeah, they got something for you, son. This is Colombia. This is South America. You ain't gonna do Brazil like that, Ecuador. You ain't gonna do Argentina like that. You ain't gonna do Venezuela like that. Cuba, Paraguay, Uruguay, Chile, none of the countries. You ain't gonna do Bolivia, Peru. None of those countries ain't gonna put up with none of that mess y'all keep on trying to do. You keep on trying to do what you do in the States. You brothers, and I keep on trying to keep from being preachy, man, but you brothers keep on coming down here. I said this on my live stream. As Black people, this is our time to have a clean slate. Don't nobody know you. Ain't no police behind you. You got a clean slate. It's all been wiped. All the racism you deal with, the marching for all those years, women's right, all you ladies, it's clean. It's wiped away. because you got a passport. You come to a new country, and what do? You bring all that Negro stuff that you would do in the States to another country instead of living a brand new life. So they should have deported you for 4 years. And you better be, if it was up to me, it'd have been 10 years because you shouldn't have been here.
Let's have that done in another live. Just to think the stupidity, the list of stupidity that not to do when traveling or moving abroad. Let's just wait. But about to end the show real quick. Thank you for all you guys that tune in. Just hit 12 a.m. here on the DR side. It's 11 a.m.
Okay, it's 11 here, so we're an hour behind.
Hey, Dre, always a pleasure, Dre.
Man, you're a good man, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. You were probably the most, like I said, you're probably easily in my top 10 most respected men that I have met in the last, I say, at least 5-10 years. And I got a lot of good dudes that I've met, man. But when I heard your story, like I said, when I first saw you, and this is gonna be my closing. When I first saw you, it was, oh, he's just a regular brother moving to DR. When I heard your testimony, man, I ain't got nothing but love for you, brother. Anything that you want to help your channel, your brand, you know I got 4 or 5 years under my belt, and it's all yours, man. I'll tell you how to walk through that algorithm, walk through the thumbnails, the tags, all of it, bro. Just say, Dre, hey, Chapapa, give me Dre number. We'll set up a Zoom meeting, and I'll walk you through how behind the scenes of your channel work, bro. I got your back. I got your back on your channel, bro.
I definitely appreciate you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, here's Jorge's channel up right now. All you guys like this video. Make sure you guys, if you're not subscribed to Love Crossing Borders, go subscribe to Dre's channel, subscribe to his wife's channel, subscribe to Jorge channel up and coming. Just subscribe and turn on the notifications. Listen, y'all, we here for y'all on the YouTube. We are here. It's been a pleasure. Turn on notification bells. We're gonna get that next live soon. Not sure yet. I'm gonna get together with Dre and Jorge on this, but we're gonna talk to you guys. We're gonna give you guys the rule book on what not to do, on how not to F up. Definitely. Until then, it is a good night.